and welcome.
Teasing.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Open Hearts, the weekly tabletop RPG. Tonight is episode 70. We have finally, gone crazy. One off the funny number. Isn't that wild? Shit,
No way.
holy balls! It's December. I'm tired and intoxicated, so don't expect anything spectacular today. If you remember, shut up. If you remember where we left off, you had just gotten back from a quite trippy event at the Tangled Roots. And you're meeting with
Bro was
Gilly.
listening to the Beatles.
That was a good one, Finn. Good one.
Bro was listening to the Beatles and the Bugs. Yeah. It's my favorite.
It was probably
Various drugs.
yeah, that
We're not
Thank
okay
you.
today. Nobody's okay today, I think.
I'm also on various drugs.
yeah, we know.
You don't fucking say that online.
I don't care.
Nobody knows who we are.
No one's gonna track me by the name of Audrey. Like,
Yeah.
You cannot physically track someone based off that.
We are faceless little guys on the internet. Nobody knows us. But today in game, you guys you've really got fuck all to do. It's up to you to decide what you do, and there's a few options that I'm just gonna outline for you of what you can do. So you can train your powers, do a little bit of a training montage.
With Finn cartwheeling across, with Spark cartwheeling across traffic in the background.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not to mention the Rocky training music
Yeah, the
as well.
Rocky
You
training.
can't forget the Rocky training music.
Yeah.
I'm punching at
Is
the
that
camera.
music copyrighted?
I don't
If
know.
so-
It definitely is copyrighted.
Probably.
without a doubt.
Aw.
It's like one of the most iconic songs.
Yeah. But another thing you can do is you can go check up on the progress of the elixir that is being
yeah.
made by Farron and Mr. Rainbow, and see how the
Yay!
experiments with the harpies are going.
Yeah, the little baby.
See how the baby's doing, see if their
The
heart's
little
growing,
baby.
see if the trial runs are going well, see if maybe they are ready to actually test it on a more humanoid individual.
Kane?
What?
Does Kane count, or are we like building up to it?
I think he counts.
Yeah.
Do you guys like
I
my
say
eyebrows, by the way?
Tested immediate. What are we testing and why on Kane?
He doesn't have a heart. He needs to grow a heart.
Just like the Grinch.
Okay, I was like, what the fuck is happening?
His heart grew 3 sizes that day.
That
This is coming perfectly in time for the Christmas week.
Oh my god.
Kane is the
Now
Grinch.
I'm just imagining Kane, but in like a shitty Grinch costume.
You're a mean one.
I feel like if
Mr. Grinch.
Selena,
Mr.
Spark,
Grinch.
Chachi, and Yoga asked nicely enough, he'd do it.
Probably. But yeah, those are two of the main things you can do today. You could also just hang out and, catch up on talking to some people that you haven't seen in a while. Have a day of rest. A day of getting
we also
back
get
to some
to-
sense of normalcy.
Sorry, we get to show Spark Cupcake.
Yes. Spark can go see Cupcake at the pet shop.
All right, yeah.
You know, I
Which
would not
is
be
funny
surprised if Kalina just wants to, like, since like the gala is like what, about a month away?
Yeah.
Give or take.
She's prepping already.
Already. So I'm
I
going
would
to.
not be
That's true.
surprised.
She's like drawing all day, trying to figure out what she wants to wear.
Yeah, she's got like
Bro, I don't know
drawings
about
everywhere,
you.
like scattered all over her room.
I don't know about you right now, but Spark is actually out in like performing and singing for people right now.
Aw, big happy.
Getting
hour.
that performer money, and also, bitch, they haven't
Yeah.
been able to do this in a couple weeks. Let them.
Yeah. Spark, you're currently out in the market sector with Freya. Freya, who is holding a little vessel for people to put money in for you. They are being good and helpful.
Baby.
Spark is also not in their clown fit.
What is Spark
Okay.
wearing?
They're in a
I
separate-
thought that Spark could just like never take it off. I thought it like fused to their body.
Funny.
They made a movie
Uh,
about
yeah,
that
but
actually. There's a horror
it does
movie about
sound
that.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It's
No,
literally
but
just called
Spark's
Clown.
in a different. They're in more of a traditional street performer fit, and their hair's
Oh,
in
I
a different
see.
style too. Yeah, so they're vibing. They're vibing with Freya right now.
Yeah. Freya's just like, they've got a hat on that they took from the attic, and they've got the little bowl with gold and other coins.
So, Anastasius, is it like, is in his room, or like, if someone were to see him at this current moment, like, they could clearly see, like, the man was crying heavily.
Oh.
Because, like I said at the very end of the last session, Mans decided to look at his photo of his dead parents.
You're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to
You're
do
gonna
that,
make him into
actually.
Batman.
Batman.
Bro, he's already Batman.
You're right. He's autistic. That makes him automatically Batman.
God.
God, Audrey, what the
Killed
fuck?
him. Okay.
Hot
As an
takes.
autistic person,
Hot takes.
anyone who's
today.
autistic is Batman. That's just like that's a fact.
Guess
What
I'm
about
Batman
Goku?
now.
Is that the different? Is that the other autism?
Batman
It's the other autism.
and Goku.
It's the other flavor.
Two types of Goku. I think I'm a Goku. Tag yourself. Are you
Yeah,
a Batman or
you're
a
definitely
Goku?
a Goku.
I think Spark's a Goku.
I'm a Batman. I'm a Batman.
Okay, but Anastasius is Batman with better emotional control.
I can see it. I can see it.
But Anastasius just not wanting to be seen by people as himself like stuck up in his room.
Wait, I have a question. Does he get more wet when he cries, or does he get dry when he cries?
Yes.
That's so
I see.
stupid.
Well, I think it's just a cycle. Doesn't his skin just absorb it?
It's good for my skin. Cries.
It's a flushing system. It's like filtration.
Yeah, but like
Oh my
Rubs
God.
tears all over her face. It's good for my
Yeah.
acne.
like
Bro, what is
Anastas-
Tagog up to?
What is Tagok
Hmm?
up to? What is Tagok?
She's probably just fucking vibing in her room. Maybe wandering a bit.
Getting some fresh air.
Yeah. Allowing a chance to just sit and exist.
Yeah.
Audrey, Jesus
I'm
Christ.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Guys, don't Google performer
I
outfit.
ate a
You'll
demon
just
on
get
accident.
sexualized children.
What?
Don't look up performer outfit on Google. You'll just get sexualized children.
Oh.
Oh.
Mm.
It's gross.
That's nice.
Just like that one fucking movie that they made on Netflix. Or
We don't talk
whatever.
about that movie.
We don't talk about
I don't
it.
even remember the name. That's how shit it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, but
Are you eating a lemon? Or is that a pear? Or is it an apple? Pear.
Probably a lemon.
It looks like a pear. I like pears.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he was eating a lemon. He did that in Dollywood when we were in the car,
Yeah.
and it was kind of
When we were in the car and he just eats the lemon.
You don't do. You guys don't do that?
No,
I thought that was a normal thing to do.
no,
What
it is
is normal?
considered a very unnormal thing.
Not
Oh.
to them, apparently.
One time,
It's more to us, I guess.
Granted, not for enjoyment, but one time I ate a lime like an apple. It was very leathery.
Yeah, no shit. I'm just
Yeah, that was
imagining that
normal.
this is like breakfast table banter. So just it starts off. I once ate a lime like an apple.
That's honestly, that is something that Sarzov would do.
It's
So.
Like, it's still kind of quiet during breakfast, because, like, everyone's still just, like... And then Sarzas just bursts out, I once ate a lime like it was an apple.
And everybody's just like, what the fuck are you talking about?
You know, normal table talk.
Kalina's just looking.
It's not the
at
weirdest thing. You should
Sarza.
know. You don't even want to know about the things my dad's done.
I don't think we
Kalina's
do,
just
considering
Referencing
the
something very
last-
specific.
Yeah. Clement says, I don't think we do, considering the last thing we heard about him.
No,
Oh my fucking god.
the particular thing that stole my soul. He knows what I'm talking about.
Nyoka
Oh my
just
God.
put eating and he's like, I once chipped my canine on a beef bone.
You fucking what?
It was a baby tooth though, so you know it fell out and my adult teeth came in. But yeah, broke off a canine on a bone.
Maybe you should have visited the dentist more often.
Eh. Not very many dentists in the deep realm.
Was your father freaking out?
Yes.
One tooth Nyoka, that I would.
Did it at least taste
that
good?
would've been adorable.
Nyoka nods.
The bone or the bone?
It was mostly the marrow that I
Sarzov
was
says
trying
with like
to
a
get to.
confused face.
Mostly the marrow I was trying to get to, he says.
Burke nods. I hope you know they are not eating anything with calcium. They just have a fuck ton of fruit on their plate again. They're being dumb. Have they read the book? Yes. They are
Anastasia,
choosing.
Anastasia just looks at Spark's plate and says, "Remember to eat your calcium, my guy. I know it ain't
I drink
fun."
plenty of milk.
I'm so proud of you, Sarzov.
Yes.
How many gold would it take for you to chug a gallon of milk right here, right now?
Oh,
Like 5.
oh
No.
dear. It's too early for this.
No, I can handle it. I mean, the toilet might not be able to, but like I can.
Oh dear.
And please
Are you also lactose intolerant?
No, I mean everyone's kind of lactose intolerant, right? Like the human body
Really?
generally doesn't do great with mass amounts of.
Sarzov just thinks everybody
lactose.
shits themselves.
No. This is a literal fact. Anyone with enough dairy will have aggressive shits. Like
Not if you're from
anyone.
Wisconsin.
Some people have more tolerance than others, but this is literal. Like this is biology.
Yes.
Zarzat,
Most creatures
How
develop
much-
lactose intolerance after
gold
infancy.
will it take for you to ingest enough dairy for that to happen to you?
Oh, please.
It's a poop potion.
Not now.
Let's say like 15 gold. That sounds reasonable.
Ah, damn it, I don't have enough.
To fix the repairs on the toilet at least.
Please do not subject the servants and maids to that.
No. I would fix it myself. At least halfway.
Stars off.
I will do my best. I did go to plenty of engineering, to mechanical schools, so I know how to fix it. That doesn't mean I can, though.
Oh my god.
Eris, what the fuck did you say?
Yeah, I said something about poop potion. It just reminded me of the
fun-
fact that my
fun
dad
fact,
drinks olive oil.
A common thing is for people when they have like really bad constipation, they'll take a tablespoon of olive oil and it'll actually like genuinely help it. I'm not.
My
I'm not
dad
even
doesn't
kidding.
have a
This is
problem
thing.
with constipation. He swears it helps with his joints.
Well,
We have been talking about
I
shit
would
for
assume
about
he doesn't, considering his
Oh my God.
habits with things.
My dad's an interesting creature. I don't think
Yeah, we
he's a.
know.
He really is.
Aren't we all though? Like, come on, we're playing D&D. We're all interesting
Yeah.
creatures.
My dad's the most fucked up brand of autism that there is. Inconceivable,
Yeah.
truly.
Inconceivable.
Yeah, he got the substance
think that's
abuse
I don't think
autism.
it means what you think it is.
Ew.
Feel like Kalita, as she's listening to this, she's just so tired. And she does look over at Spark and just says, "Remember to get more calcium on your plate. Remember what Kane said."
Spark just stares directly at Kalina as they put another piece of orange into their mouth.
Spark, you don't
And then they
notice
do the-
as Nyoka drops what looks like a medicinal pellet into your drink that you have. Calcium supplement.
Wait, does Kalina notice this?
Yes. Because Spark
Bro.
turns to look at you, and then you see it happen.
Like just out of the corner of her eye.
Uh-huh.
And
Spark
Kalina like,
can just get calcium powder from pet stores and just sprinkle
Yeah,
it
just-
on their food.
no, just eat it straight out of the
Do you think
bag.
Spark
Salt
would be
lick.
able to taste the difference? Because I feel like that'd be really funny.
But like
I mean,
Kalina, she
snakes
sees
don't,
this.
so I think it'll work.
Kalina, she sees this happen, and like, wait, so was it? Which snake bro was it? Was it Nyoka or Chatu?
Chatu.
And she kind of like glances over at Chatu and like, she doesn't do anything. Just like glances over at him for a second, like, you did not. She doesn't say anything, but
When Spark takes a bit more in their drink, should I roll to see if they fucking notice that it tastes different?
Yeah, roll insight.
perception or
Insight. I
What'd you
guess.
say? Perception?
Sarzoth kind of wants to drink the milk now. Chug the
Yeah.
milk. Whether he gets money or not for it.
He just wants milk.
Guys, I got a 24.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's kind of in the mood.
You notice like a
See what
slight
that's not.
textural difference to your drink. It's like almost
Spark
a
makes, like-
chalky, slight chalkiness to the aftertaste. After
Sarzoth's gonna try and chug a gallon of milk.
Yeah.
Would you like me to
Spark-
roll?
Yeah, roll Constitution, please.
Alright.
oh dear.
Spark squints and then announces, "Who roofied my drink?" Bro, 5.
I got a 5.
There is
Oh,
too
dear.
juicy.
Sartos is gonna shit his pants.
Either that or the milk is just gonna get everywhere.
Sarzoth, you start chugging it, and you a single drop goes down the wrong pipe, and then you and a bunch spurts out of your
No.
nose.
Oh no.
Oh my.
Does just
Oh,
out of
damn.
curiosity,
And you're just sitting
does
there
some
like,
get on
"Ugh."
Kalina?
No, but you're definitely like standing up and chugging it because you had to like go over and get like
yeah.
a jug of milk, and so you're just standing there chugging the milk off to the side, and then you just and then just milk running down your face like fuck. I have milk in my
Kalina,
nose.
Kalina, she's just saws off.
Sarzoth's kind of giggling a little bit.
Hold on. And she just sighs, gets up, grabs a towel, and just starts wiping off his face and like just cleaning him up essentially. Like, sets the milk aside.
Sarzoth swats your hand away, Kalina.
I'm fine.
Like aggressively.
Bro's bad.
Sarzoth is just
No,
got...
he just doesn't need help from someone.
I told you it was a stupid.
Jesus Christ.
No, but it was fun, wasn't it?
Trying it.
Fine, clean yourself up then. And she hands over the towel, and she takes the gallon of milk away.
Funny.
That's
But
disgusting.
yeah,
It's that cat.
And, like, you can-
Anastasius.
like
with
you can kind of. I'm sorry. No, you go ahead.
Anastasius rolls it, like you can roll his eyes. It says, "Is it under like very much under his breath?" And whispering, "Freaking no, but that have the lung capacity to drink."
Lol, get
oh, you know,
phoned me.
Spark just winning at their juice right now.
Yeah. And you're like... Stick your tongue in it, try to suss it out.
They think that somebody roofied it.
What's roofing?
When somebody puts a drug in somebody else's drink.
Does Kalina notice this?
Probably. I mean, they're not trying to hide the
Yeah.
squinty.
Yeah, Kalina, like, she sees this, like, as she's taking the milk away, and she says, Spark, it's alright. It's just some calcium powder put in there. You need it.
Oh. Who did it though? they're
And,
Spark, you
can-
look... Spark, you look around the table, and you see Chatu, who just stares right at you. And you see him drop, like, a little white medicinal pill into his own cup. And just take a drink.
You did it. How could you?
He just slow blinks at you.
They're gonna go back to drinking their juice, but come on, man.
How dare you, you bastard.
How
I
dare
I
you?
trusted you.
And you gave me vitamins.
Pretty messed
You
up to
put,
roofie
you put
someone.
something gritty into my appley juice.
Kalina just sighs. You could just see the exhaustion on her face. She tried to clean one person up, trying to tell another person that, no, your drink is fine, honey. It's just the vitamins.
Yeah. Chatu just says, give it a little stir. The grittiness will go away.
Oh, okay.
And there's like a, like, you know, little drink spoons. And you grab one and stir it up, watch the
Yeah.
tornado.
Yeah.
Watch the tornado go in the glass and then spin around. Because yeah.
They probably will do that after they eat breakfast and then go back to performing shit.
Mm-hmm. Gotta rise and grind.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotta get that money, man, because broke. They brought no money with them. The only money they have is what Colbert gave them.
Oh. Helicopter.
Kalina just sighs as she sits back down to finish her food and her tea.
You do notice, Kalina, that you hadn't really noticed it before because you hadn't woken up fully, but the shenanigans have definitely gotten you more alert. You notice that Ophelia is not at the table.
Ophelia.
Wait, where's my fucking granddad?
Where's Grampy?
That has not been said out loud. That is
My
out of
grandpappy.
character.
But yeah, Kalina, she notices this, and I'm guessing by this time, like, you know, she's done with her food,
Yeah.
and like, she sets her plate aside and just says, "I'll be right back. Just heading upstairs." And she does.
Yeah.
To Ophelia's room.
Woo!
You're just gonna knock on the door.
God damn it,
Yeah!
Audrey!
I'm
Stop
sorry.
doing that in the mic,
Oh!
asshole.
I'm not even okay. I'm sorry.
But yes, Kalina just knocks on the door.
It's silent for a couple seconds, and just as you start to get worried, the door clicks open and opens slowly, and you see Ophelia sort of standing in the doorway. And as he opens the door, you see like a couple of feathers fall.
Oh,
Like,
dear.
yeah. And he just sort of looks at you tiredly, and he's like, "Yes, Kalina?"
You weren't down at breakfast. I was worried.
Oh, I suppose I just never woke up.
Do you want me to bring up something for you?
I'm not
You look exhausted.
particularly hungry, but I suppose something small couldn't hurt.
Any requests?
I can't really think of anything right now.
All right then.
At the very least, could you just bring some water?
Of course.
Thank you.
The more I think about it, the more I realize that Kalina probably has experience with this from her dad.
Yeah.
Taking care of the sick.
Yeah. Kalina, sadly, this does remind you of, like, the last few months of your father's life. He was very weak, didn't want to accept food, seemed a little delirious at times. And you feel just a little twinge in your heart from it.
Yeah. But yeah, Kalina, she goes back downstairs and starts prepping a small meal for Ophelia, including some water.
Yeah. As you're doing it, Freya comes over. They're just about to leave with Spark to go head out back to the square. They say, "What you doing?"
Just getting something for Ophelia. She's rather exhausted.
Oh, okay. They like look around the table, and then they grab a little bowl that has these sort of golden colored berries in them, but they're larger berries. They're like this big, kind of chunky little boys. And they put the bowl on the tray. They say, "He likes these. I don't know what they're called, but he likes them."
Does Kalina recognize them?
Yes, you do. They are, a cultivar, that is been bred from the Arius tree. And, like, selectively bred to prioritize the, delicious and, magical fruit. Though the magical properties are mostly removed in the breeding process to make them larger and more flavorful.
Yeah. Ah, the snake loving the fruit from the tree. Sounds familiar.
Bible!
Bible!
I am not Christian!
Christianity.
Me neither, but I've seen a lot of things because I was
Bible
dragged to
fan.
church several times.
I know a lot about the Bible fandom,
But
guys.
if I eat it, I'll die. No.
No.
Yo, you want some knowledge fruit?
I could talk extensively about the whole thing with Adam and Eve and, things about, you know... but I will not. I will not get into religion headcanons today.
Oh my god.
I just think about the no.
No.
That's all I think about. No.
But yeah, Kalina, she looks down at Freya and just says, "Thank you, dear. I bet he will love these."
They smile.
And she pats them on the head.
They give a big old happy smile and then scamper off to go join Spark.
Yeah.
They're heading out.
Yeah, Kalina.
Also, you go first. This is not very important.
Okay. But yeah, Kalina goes up the stairs again to Ophelia's room.
The door is slightly cracked open. Seems that he just left it open for you to come in.
Yeah. And she does. She goes in.
Mm-hmm. You head inside the room, and he has all the lights off, so it's rather dim in here. Only illuminated by the light in the hallway.
Yeah.
And you can see that he is in bed. And scattered along the floor, over the bed sheets, there are white feathers. And you can see that, like, on himself, some of his feathers are, like, turning fully white.
Oh dear. Yeah, Kalina.
What the fuck was that?
Ben's turning into a Minecraft villager.
Both of you two assume that he isn't one.
What are you selling today?
So true.
good
I
sir?
used to see him like every day. I'm pretty sure he's not a Minecraft villager.
Are you 100% sure, though?
Yeah, he's too beefy. And his
But
So you're
yeah,
brother.
telling me he
Oh dear. But yeah, Kalina, she brings the tray over and just says, "I'm back."
He just sort of hums a reply and slowly opens his eyes and sort of turns towards you.
Yeah, she got one of those like those bed trays.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she sits it down and sits like next to where he is on the bed. She says, "Oh, and Freya put these on here," and she points to the little bowl of the berries. So that you like those.
He gives a weak smile in response and nods.
Kalina's definitely staying there to make sure that he eats.
Yeah.
It's a force of habit.
Yeah. He does eat very slowly and shakily.
Yeah.
His hands seem to be very unsteady and uncertain with his movements. And
Poor man's.
Kalina, could you roll perception for me, please?
Yeah, sure. D&D Beyond, D&D Beyond, D&D Beyond. Come on, work with me. Here we go. Perception. Ayo!
Was that a nat 20?
Yeah, that was a nat 20.
Let's
Okay.
go.
Yo.
GG.
Kalina sees
Critical
all.
success.
Okay, so
She cleaned her glasses this morning.
So real, actually.
that's literally how I feel when I clean my glasses.
I may not wear glasses, but I grew up around a lot of people who do wear glasses.
I have an announcement.
Dolly?
Oh, it's a cat.
Kitty.
Greatest
Dolly.
announcement of all time.
Kitty.
She's so baby.
You can't.
Sorry, I just have to do that.
But
Now you can't really get mad at me.
Dolly's special.
He's
I know
special.
that
Special.
cat.
His name.
Here's the thing. My cat is also Dolly.
Is
Her
he-
name is literally Dolly Parton.
Yeah, the cat's name is Dolly Parton. Ben.
Yeah, it's Verbina's cat.
Yeah,
Ah,
patron cat of Verbena. Thank you. But
but yeah, what does Kalina see?
Kalina, you notice that usually his arms are like covered by the feathers and they're sort of more sparse now, and you can see almost what looks like the veins on his arms are inflamed and
Ooh.
raised up.
Like very bulgy veins.
Yes, but very unnaturally so. The veins don't look how they should. They're very, like, janky and sort of fucked up. They're fucked up.
Kalina, she sees these and says, "Oh, dig, your arms."
Yes. There's no need to worry. It's nothing that can be helped. It's a phantom symptom.
I see. Kalina's brain is going back.
Yeah. After he says,
She's 14 again.
cry.
Uh,
Hearing him say phantom symptom, you do remember that, in depictions of Zephyrus inside the Arius tree, he has been shown to be strung up, like on a crucifix, being held by his arms by the roots that twist around. And like,
oh damn.
yeah. And you think that maybe the roots are starting to become one with him and grow into his flesh.
Oh.
How fun. It's a bonding
Great.
experience.
Bro, we I don't like that.
It's a bonding experience.
Hey, it'll
Get
really
to
grow
know
on
your
ya.
Or like a
plants.
binding experience. But
Get to know your.
It really grows on ya.
God, I hate everybody here.
Get tremendous
too.
results. Find the root cause of your problem.
Why do I do this? Why do I do this every week? Why do I allow this?
Final speech.
Oh, Jade and I are on a
Sorry,
roll. Jade, Finn, and I are on a fucking roll.
Kalina, do you want to look closer at Zephyrus?
Yes.
Please roll investigation. God damn it. You bitch.
Total of 23.
Whoa, that was some language there.
I can do worse.
Taxes.
Please don't.
Alright, so, Kalina, you start just sort of looking over him as he's eating, and, you notice, like, similar, bulging of the veins where you can see skin from, like, the neck
Yeah.
down. So, like, there's, like, little patches where feathers are missing, and you can see, like, little bulges of vein here and there.
Oh, God. Kalina, she sees this and just says, "It's getting bad, isn't it?"
Yes, it is.
Is there anything that I can do to help the pain?
No, fortunately.
Fuck, I don't know what else to say. I feel like Kalina would be kind of thinking, like, to possibly, like, hire a doctor for, like, round-the-clock care.
Yeah. Or like
Yeah, like,
Get
you know,
that
like,
hospice
end of
care.
life.
a
Yeah, like hospice
sign,
care, like end-of-life care.
putting people in hospice.
No, he's staying in the
but like
manor,
in our
dang it.
defense, we care, but we also can't be around all the time.
It's at home hospice. They do that.
Yeah.
Kalina, if you bring it up with Spark, they can swap shifts with you.
Yeah.
Did you say swap shits with you?
Shifts.
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 Oh, okay.
Christ, Audrey.
Okay, that's what I was really confused.
We're getting into some funky
I mean, they
territory.
probably
here.
could end up doing the majority of it because you are catalyst holder moment.
Yeah. Spark would feel, also an obligation as a family member.
Yeah.
But since it hasn't been explained to them very explicitly, they don't quite understand.
Yeah.
They need things explained slowly to them in one piece at a time.
Yeah.
Just like me, for real, for real.
Tomorrow.
Also, thank you, Jade,
Dinner.
for all of these. I will add
We're all
these
go.
eventually.
Have fun. Pick and choose.
Yeah, but yeah. You can definitely if you feel it's necessary, hire a nurse to be at-home hospice care.
Work the fucking god of death.
Yeah. Kalina, you realize that it also might be worth it to inform the two of his children that you can contact about what's
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah.
At least the one that seems to want to mend the relationship with him.
Yeah. That's Kane, right?
Yeah. Abelet's a
Okay.
bitter bitch.
Yeah, I was trying to remember which
Nah,
one
man,
threw
it's
the
totally
giant hissy
Hoth.
fit when they saw
Hoth
him.
is also a bitter bitch.
Oh yeah.
More
The
so
entire
than...
point.
Yeah. Hoth is more so of a bitter bitch than Abelet. And Abelet
Yeah.
tried
Oh,
to
that'll be really
kill him.
funny. That guys, Spark doesn't know that. You should probably tell them that before they go to the gala. They're gonna mention it. Otherwise,
It'll be funny. We'll
Huh.
let it happen.
It'll
It'll
be
be
funny.
I
funny.
met Grandpa. And Hoth is like, what do you mean you met Grandpa?
What do you
What do
mean
you
you met
mean?
him? Oh, yeah. Eye twitches.
Yeah. But yeah, Kalina. Like, is there anything else that that Ophelia says? Because like I'm trying to think of things that she would say.
Yeah,
But-
he's not very talkative right now, unfortunately. He doesn't have the energy
Yeah.
to be much of a conversationalist right now.
Yeah, I think she. Yeah. I think she would kind of realize that because that's probably how it was with her dad. Like near the end, but fuck, this is getting a lot darker than I thought it would.
Ooh, for getting
Oh,
sad.
trauma.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I can lighten it up with something just plain weird.
But yeah, like
If you
Kalina, like
want.
she's there to, like to help him make sure that he's eating,
Yeah.
etc. I'm guessing it's just like kind of relative silence that passes.
Yeah. But after he finishes eating, he turns to you and he says, "Thank you, Kalina."
Of course.
And he just sort of like, he almost just zones out a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, you can tell that like his eyes are not even focusing towards you anymore, even though it's very hard to see his pupils at all, like his irises at
Yeah.
all, because they're so like glossed over.
Yeah.
You can just tell that he's sort of checked out.
Yeah. Kalina, she says, "I'll be back in to check on you in a few hours. All right?
All right.
All right. I'll see you then."
Mm-hmm.
And she she takes the dishes and everything and takes them out and brings them back downstairs. I wouldn't
Yeah.
be surprised if the breakdown is imminent.
Another breakdown.
Eh.
We love those in this campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody has breakdown.
I wouldn't be surprised if like as she like closes the door and she starts walking away a little bit, she just like kind of that like shaky sigh that you do like before you start crying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's her.
Yeah. Trying to hold it together.
Yeah.
So, hello. Hello.
Eh?
On your way back to returning the dishes to like the kitchen area, you kind of like pass Anastasius as he is carrying in like a box of scrap metal, little. You see, and like I, do you think he did see that you're shaken up?
Well, I guess Anastasius, roll for perception.
Alrighty.
I love that he
Press the
stands up
Press
to
the
roll.
button. Press the button.
Uh, 8.
8?
Ooh,
Rogue on 8.
bruh.
So you notice that she does look a little like troubled by something. It's not her usual sort of neutral face. She does look a little troubled by something. You're unsure of what though.
Serious face time.
Anastasius, like with a little bit of a confused but mostly concerned face, says, "Hey, I'll be right back. I'm going to quickly put this onto like my workshop desk, but I'm gonna meet up with you because something seems to be the wrong with you, dude. And I want to make sure that you're alright."
Can Kalina do a deception check?
Sure.
Yeah. And Kalina has advantage on her deception checks. Cause
So real because politician.
yeah, she's a diplomat.
Politicians have advantage on
Yeah.
deception checks.
Okay, the first one was a 7.
Takes one to know one.
Then the
No.
next one, the highest one was 15.
Okay.
And 14.
All right. So,
I pass.
Kalina, you successfully are able to deceive Anastasius. What do you want to say to him?
Oh no, I'm alright. Just exhausted after breakfast. You saw what all went down.
Anastasius nods and he says, "Yes, that was a lot, but and just please, if you're dealing with big emotions, please don't bottle them up like I have for 100+ years. It ain't healthy."
I won't.
Totally will.
Proceeds to do so, yeah,
I
literally.
won't do that. And then she
That's
did,
the point of
like
lying.
a liar.
Like a liar.
Anastasius thinks for like a few seconds and then says, "Hey, you want a mug of my special hot chocolate? I promise it doesn't have anything like truth or words.
No truth serums.
It doesn't have no truth serums or any other weird potions, I promise."
Can Kalina do an insight?
Yes.
Total of 10.
Anastasius, just for reference, does it have any truth serums or
No.
potions in it?
No.
You can't quite tell if
actually
he's
does.
just like, being a little jokester about it or if he's trying to deceive you. He's honestly,
Yeah, there's also Anastasia.
he's genuinely just so like same about the way he says some things that you're a little unsure, but you're
Yeah.
pretty sure that he's just joking. Like, you
Yeah,
don't have to
Kalina,
worry.
she laughs a little bit and she says, "Perhaps later. There's a few things that I want to get done today."
Anastasia nods, and then says, "Well, I have this box of scraps that I'm going to use it to upgrade one of my weapons and to make another weapon with."
I see. Well, good luck with that.
Thanks. It, I may not be an artificer or nothing like that, but have some good friends that are taught me a few things about crafting.
Mining and crafting.
Mining and
I knew
crafting.
somebody was gonna say it.
It's gotta be me. I've gotta be the funny man.
But yeah, Kalina, she nods and then walks off. Back downstairs to put the things away.
Yeah.
Can I say something just really casually?
Yes.
Doesn't really mean anything.
Mhm.
Freya probably notices during the little street performing thing that although Spark has one instrument, it sounds like several are being played.
Yeah. One man band.
And when asked about it, they have no idea. They just say it happens sometimes.
It just does that. You
Like
know?
it does that.
It just does that. Yeah.
Anyway, that's all.
So, anybody else? Things? Kalina, do you want to go visit your best friend? Tell him about how his dad's dying?
I'm gonna
Go
like
visit
she
your
puts everything
dad's
away and like she goes to the deep realm.
Yeah.
I should not have done that.
You show up to Kane's chambers, and he's not really doing much right now. It looks like he's doing some boring paperwork again.
Yeah.
You know, normal bullshit you have to do.
Yeah.
And he looks up and he says, "Oh, hello, Kalina. Back so soon."
Yes, sort of, yes. She's kind of struggling to find the words to what to say. And she says, "Well, I have some news. Not good, I'm afraid."
He sort of he puts down his stuff. He was like half listening before and like still doing
Yeah.
work, but he like puts everything down and
It's
he
like, huh?
sits back, like sits up in his chair, and he's like, "Is everything all right?"
I think. Oh boy. Kalina, she says, "Not exactly, no. May I have a seat?"
Of course.
And she takes a seat next to him in a convenient chair, DM.
Yeah.
Conveniently placed chair. That was definitely there the whole time.
Exactly. The guest
Nah,
chair.
man, this is like he rules this area. Of course, he could just summon a chair.
Yeah.
Chair appears. Who are you?
Yes. Yes. But yeah, Kalina, as she sits down, she says, It's about your father." Ophelia, more like.
He sort of like furrows his brows. A little bit of concern, a little bit of confusion.
Yeah, and she continues. Well, to put it straight, his health is rapidly declining.
Kane just sort of. You can see the like surprise on his face, though it's not like super apparent.
Yeah.
It's very like slight change,
Yeah.
but noticeable.
Yeah, Kalina, she continues. I suppose that in the so many years that this version of him has been, well, out of the tree, that it's finally starting to, well, deteriorate. And I don't think that this body, unless we can get him into the Aria's tree in time to reconnect with his proper body, he won't make it to the solstice.
Oh. Well, that certainly isn't happy news, but
Yes, I'm sorry I had to be the one to tell you this.
it's all right. I'm glad you told me all the same. And he sort of like gently places a hand like on your knee.
Yeah.
He's sort of like just looking down, sort of just at nothing.
Yeah. Kalina, she does continue. Hopefully, and very probable, we should be able to get him into the tree and back to his original body so his soul can fuse with it before before his current body expires.
Hmm.
So that way, he should retain his memories from the time that Ophelia was created in the past. She's thinking, like, how many years has Ophelia been around? Question: how long has Miranda been dead?
It's probably 2,000 years about.
Yeah. But yeah, Kalina, she says, in the last 2,000 years?
He's just sort of like kind of in shock right now.
Yeah. And Kalina, she does kind of carefully hold his hand. She's like, hey, I'm here. And Kalina, she continues. I want you to know that myself and the others will do everything that we can to make sure that Ophelia can fuse with his body back in the Arias tree before the solstice. You have my word.
He raises his head up to meet your gaze. He says, I know you will.
Yeah, and wait, if he's sitting down, is she like, can she actually set a hand on his shoulder for once?
Yes.
She does that. Like in the back of her mind, just like, wow, I can actually reach his shoulder.
The bitch.
Yeah.
You still have to, like...
Yeah, just like, eh. Yeah. But yeah, Kalina, she says, right now he is, for the most part, staying in the manor back on Ceruleus. I doubt he's going to want to be moving around anytime soon. I am going to be making sure that he is eating and drinking and, of course, resting.
He sort of breathes deeply in, says, we should be there for him too. Evidently.
I think he would enjoy that.
Kane seems to be just sort of thinking about a lot of things. You can see his snakes sort of all moving sort of differently, indicating that there are like multiple trains of thought happening in his head right now.
Yeah. I think Kalina, she is going to stand up. I'm guessing like if she stands up, she's at like his sitting height. Or
A
something
little
like that.
less.
Yeah.
So like
She's gonna
chin
stand
height.
up. And she's just gonna hug him. She doesn't even say anything, just hug.
Yeah.
And it's a very tight hug.
He's surprised at first, but you feel him just sort of like relax and just sort of place his head on your shoulder. His head's very
Yeah.
heavy.
Yeah. I'm just imagining like as he does that, like Kalina almost like sways a little bit, just like
Oh god, he's heavy. And he slowly just wraps his arms around you and there's no auditory indication, but you do eventually feel a wetness seep through
Oh.
your
Poor guy.
clothes on your shoulder.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't think she says anything, but she kind of like I guess like as she's hugging, like you know like when you hug someone sometimes, like if you like put a hand on their head and like almost kind of like stroke their hair a bit, like you know the calming thing. I think she would kind of do that, like kind of hesitantly at first, and like depending on like his reaction, like you know continue to do it.
Yeah.
It's like if it's like a positive reaction or not. Yeah.
He doesn't seem to object to you doing this at all.
The long nails work wonders. The long fake nails work absolute wonders.
So true.
Yeah. I mean, like, whenever she gives an animal scritches, then, like, they're just like, yes. Yes.
Scritchy scratchy, scratchy.
Also helps when doing hair too.
Section off
Just
pieces.
easily, yeah, you can just easily part everything.
Hmm.
But yeah, right now, hug time, Kane's sad hours. And I'm kind of only just realizing I'm just remembering the full scale of how tall Kalina is compared to the dude.
He's 12 feet tall.
Yeah.
So, Kalina, you hear some footsteps coming down the hall. They're lighter footsteps, so you know that it is probably not Abelet.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're wearing shoes, you can hear it. Abelet never wears
Yeah.
fucking shoes.
Yeah, he never wears shoes.
All
Neither
natural,
does Kane.
baby.
It's a twin thing. They're just like, no.
Hippies.
No shoes.
Fucking hippies.
Ah, hippie.
Those goddamn hippies never wear any fucking shoes. They get it from Hoth. Hoth doesn't wear shoes. But,
Fuck shoes.
Fuck shoes, my boy. But you, turn to look as, the door just slightly opens, and, you see Azuli standing in the doorway,
Oh, Azuli.
and,
Haven't seen her in a while.
it looks like she is holding another stack of, like, paperwork, binders, bullshit.
As part of her punishment for kidnapping Kalina, she's been subjected to several months of, like, helping
Paper
with
duty.
paperwork.
Yeah. She's on filing duty. How sad.
Yeah, she's on filing duty for the next 6 months.
What the fuck did she do?
She kidnapped Kalina.
And threatened her.
What?
Yeah, but, you know, normal
No.
things in the deep realm.
Yeah.
Normal deep
Why
realm
though?
activities.
Why though?
I mean, Kane wanted to schedule a meeting with Kalina because Kalina seemed the most reasonable member of the party, but Azuli was just like, okay, time to kidnap.
Kidnapping.
And it was like an aggressive kidnapping.
It was a very aggressive kidnapping, too.
Like,
Yeah.
she melted the door handle and left scorch marks on the ceiling and the walls and drugged everyone, and it was a whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
And
her
she
best
got in
movement.
big trouble for it.
Yeah.
Because, like, Kalina was
Yeah.
just like, Kalina, like, what she got there, just like, all you wanted to do was schedule a meeting with me. You didn't have to kidnap me! And she just, like, went off on Kane.
Yeah. It's very
And Kane
funny
is just like,
because
"What?"
Chatu knew what Azuli was doing and just let her dig her own grave.
Yeah.
He probably tried to talk her out of it, and she's like, no, this is gonna be perfect. And he's like, all right, go on
Okay.
with your big bad self,
Your
bitch.
funeral.
You're gonna get in trouble.
Your funeral.
Yeah, more or less.
Do you want an open or closed casket?
Depends.
Yeah.
But yeah, Azuli's there now.
Yeah. You see her, like, she pushes the door open with her back and turns around, and she begins, like, doing her talking about business. And she's like, all right, hopefully this is the last of it. Have you finished what you have, my lord? Oh, hello, Kalina. And she sort of, like, eyes get a little big. She's like, oh, hello.
What did I just walk in on?
Oh, he's crying. Oh, no. That's not good.
Yeah. Kalina, she does kind of, like, in a lower voice, like, kind of, like, ask Kane, do you want me to have her fetch Abelet?
He raises his head, and you see him sort of, like, wipe his nose.
Oh.
And he says, yes, thank you.
Of course. Azuli, you can just set those papers down, and could you fetch Abelet for us, please?
Sure. I shouldn't ask what's going on, should I?
Preferably not.
Okay. She does like an okay symbol. And then she places the like stack of paperwork and tomes and such down on an empty
Yeah.
spot on the table and just sort of backs out of the room, kind of like,
Yeah,
oh
yeah, hold on.
boy.
Wait, hold on. I can do a visual representation. Hold on.
Slides
Oh, wait, hold on.
out.
Yeah, hold on. I need to adjust my background because it has the blur on it. I don't want the blur. I need to get the full effect, okay? Okay, hold on. Come on.
She's
no
doing
blur.
method acting.
Yes, I am doing method acting. I love method acting.
She's a theater kid.
Yeah, of course I'm a theater kid. Well, I mean, I've been around theater kids enough to where it's just rubbed off on me. I was only part of the tech crew.
By proxy.
Yeah, by proxy. Yeah,
Yeah.
I had the power over the lights in the entire theater. It was great. But yeah, hold on.
Do
I
your
can
thing.
just yeah.
Do your thing, 21. Do your thing, 21. Yep. More or less. Yeah. Just set it down. Bye. I'm out of here. And she's gone. Come back in, dumbass.
Thank you. Thank you. I got an impromptu prop.
She wins
Impromptu,
the Oscar.
if you will.
She wins the Oscar for best performance.
Thank you. Thank you.
Do-do-do-do.
But yeah, yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah.
Should we do a jump to Spark for a second?
Yeah.
'Cause I think...
Let's see what Spark's doing.
Yeah, let's see
Spark?
what Spark's doing while we're waiting for Ablet to arrive.
Hey, Spark.
Oh, I
Yeah.
was reading. Hold
was
on.
reading.
You're good, it's okay.
Do you want me to just say that you have done a few good hours of performing on the streets?
Yeah, that's kind of what happened. And I guess at some point they're like, I should probably take a break because I think Freya's getting tired. Completely ignoring the fact that they too are tired.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you and Freya managed to earn 67 gold.
Oh.
Okay. So Spark's gonna give half to Freya with the extra one going to her. So Freya gets 34 and Spark gets 33. And that's
Yeah.
that's a fucking lot.
Yeah. Freya's like, oh yeah. And you can see like as they get it, they're like looking at it, you can see like the gears of, oh god, I can spend I can spend it on this and that, oh, I can spend it on that. You can see them thinking of all the things they can spend this 34 gold on.
Yeah. Child
Spark kind of grins at them.
every-
And they're like, we make a really good team, don't we?
Yeah. Yeah, we do. Oh, I should take you to the pet store so we can visit Cupcake.
Cupcake!
Cupcake.
Cupcake!
Cake? Yes, I should go see Cupcake.
They grab your hand and pull you over to the pet store. And you go in the door and one of the owners says, "Oh, hello Freya, who's your new friend?" Freya smiles and says, "This is Spark."
They do a dramatic bow,
My lord.
as they do.
The owner smiles and says, "Well met. I'm guessing that you're probably here to see Cupcake.
Very much so. I have heard so many good things about Cupcake.
Freya nods. And it's like, uh-huh. And the owner says, well, Freya, you know the way. And then sort of gestures in the general direction. And Freya's like, uh-huh. And then grabs your hand and pulls you farther into the store. To a large vertical tank, basically floor to ceiling. It's pretty big. It's like probably 8 square feet, and then
Oh damn.
and it's like a bunch of
Damn.
big tree branches inside and stuff. You know, a proper terrarium for a big old noodle.
Big noodle.
And you see said
Spark is
large
very excited
noodle
to
lounging
noodle.
in a big old rope, you know, loopy,
Mm-hmm.
the big loops over one of the big tree branches that's in there. And you see the large snake lift its head up and sort of stretch it out upon seeing Freya approach. And Freya
Spark
says,
is like Spark does the standard snake greeting, the little thing, and then they pause and then go, "Why did I just do that?
why did I do a blip? Yeah,
What the fuck?"
but Freya is all smiles and says, so this is Cupcake. And then they open up the door, because it's like a big glass front door. They open up the door and they like do grabby hands at Cupcake, who's like slightly above where they're standing because they're so fucking small.
Small.
And Cupcake
Freya's
just
small.
sort of like meow, basically just slides themselves off and like drapes herself over Freya's shoulders.
Spark is now petting Cupcake.
Yeah. Cupcake is
We're in
very
incredible reach.
smooth. Very smooth. Yeah. But Cupcake. Sorry. Yawning. Cupcake sort of stretches out towards you and like gently touches their nose against like your cheek, and it tickles. And you can feel their
Aw.
tongue just sort of licking against your cheek as well. You know, just sort of inspecting you.
Get inspected, idiot.
Yeah. They seem to notice that you have scales, so they sort of begin rubbing their face up against yours.
Hold on. There's a specific gift that what Spark is doing right now. Ignore the caption. That is basically what they're doing. Big eyes.
Yeah.
Damn that caption. For real.
Ignore that caption. But they just have the biggest eyes. They are full on cat mode, guys.
Yeah. Freya smiles and says, aw, he likes you.
Spark proceeds to make a noise that only dogs can hear.
Yeah. Freya begins pondering. You can see their pondering face. You see them sort of tap against their face. They say, I wonder how much it would cost, monies wise, to get a tank like this one, and then they point at the tank, put in the manor so we can
my
have Cupcake at the
gosh.
manor.
Oh my gosh.
Do you think it would be too
Spark thinks for a
expensive?
moment.
Expensive. Expensive.
Spark
Expensive.
thinks for a moment and goes, well, from what I remember, takes can get very expensive. But considering we made as much as we did today, I think we could eventually do it. It would just take
Yeah.
some time.
I wonder if they could put this tank in the manor. Let's go ask.
All right.
And
Are we taking the snake with us, or are we putting the snake back?
yeah, Cupcake can come with us. She likes going on walks.
Okay.
And Freya
Awesome.
just sort of like
I-
jogs off with Cupcake just like bouncing on their shoulders.
Spark tries to keep up, and then kind of like makes sure Cupcake doesn't fall.
Yeah.
They're
Cupcake's
like, "Oh,
just sort
shit,
of like,
The child
what's
is
going on?
running."
Yeah, but Freya jogs up to the front counter and says, okay, couple questions. Can that tank that Cupcake's in and back, can it be moved? And the owner looks a little confused for a second, and then she says, yes, it can be moved. All of the tanks we have here are modular. And Freya says,
Okay.
awesome! So, theoretically, could you move that tank into our house so we can officially have Cupcake? And how much would that cost?
And Spark's just kind of like, wait, isn't this also like the pet store snake though? They're like just so confused
It's
right now.
it's only the pet store snake because she's so big that nobody wants to buy her.
Okay.
God, if she were just like going around the manor. Also, I did send the video.
Yeah.
If she were at the
Oh my God, I
manor,
love
that's just Cupcake.
Yeah, it is. She's
Learns
opening
how to open
doors.
So
doors.
true.
She's
Learn
opening
to open
doors.
And you just hear a giant
We
thud.
don't have to worry. We wouldn't really have to worry about moving costs though, because I can probably just animate it. You hear Spark say to itself.
The owner seems to hear you and says, yes, using magical means would definitely reduce the cost, but of course we'd have to come and survey the area, find out where's the best location, set up everything for you know, the mechanical bits of it, like the humidifier, the heat lamp, and we have an electric rock at the bottom of the enclosure that's heated for her to lay out on, so... But if you could find magical means to do that so that you wouldn't have to hook it up to Ceruleus's power grid, then of course that would cost less. Yeah.
Well, assuming right now that may not be possible, because like Spark doesn't really understand like the extent of everybody's powers yet, so they're like, okay, let's just assume that we do have to set it up to the grid.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that may be magical is getting it to that area.
Yeah. And the owner's like, well, since everything's sort of uncertain up in the air, the only price I'll give you for certain right now is just her adoption fee, which would be 50 gold pieces.
Okay. Spark is literally one short of that. So,
Yeah.
Freya also has
but
money.
also don't want Freya paying any for it at all, so they just go, okay, I am an itty bitty bit short, but can I come back tomorrow and start that process?
And Freya's like, no, I got some.
Well, Freya, it's okay. I'm very close to the amount that it would cost for the adoption fee. It's all right.
It's fine. I can give a little. I don't have a lot that I buy anyways.
Yeah, but also, what if you realize later on that you really needed that? I don't want to rob you of that.
Then I can just find more
Starts
gold.
kind of doing like the mom point. Huh?
Then I can just find more gold.
Sparkin just pauses and goes, Freya, what do you mean by that?
Sometimes people leave gold in places where they're not supposed to, and I pick them up.
Okay. Interesting.
In Kalina's room.
Includes.
Mark is thinking. They're like,
Some
please
people-
don't tell me you've been stealing this from people.
Oh, I'm not stealing. Some people are just very irresponsible and leave things lying around.
Okay, I trust you. So yeah, that they would literally need just one gold from
Yeah.
Freya for the adoption fee.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Freya pulls out a gold and hands it to you.
Okay, and then Spark gets rid of the 49 they have on him.
Yeah.
And give that up for the adoption fee.
And then the owner has you sign the papers for it. You know, the official adoption papers. So you have the little certificate.
Spark
Impulse purchase.
pauses for a second before writing their full name. They're not happy about that, but you know what? Small price to pay for Snake.
Yeah.
But didn't you get rid of your dead name from when you gave it to the Fey Man?
Last name.
Uh,
Oh, okay.
They haven't gotten that changed yet.
Savage. Yeah. Haven't taken Sprinkle's surname.
I think it's more of Sprinkles didn't really offer yet, and Spark was too scared to ask.
Yeah.
Just because, like, neither of them were really thinking about that kind of thing.
Yeah. Sprinkles didn't want to intrude, and Spark.
Spark is a nervous wreck.
Yeah.
24/7.
I will love him for that.
Yep, we love them.
Slay.
We love him. Best
clown.
Best character. Best clown.
Best
Yeah.
clown.
Best clown.
Best clowns in the circus. But yeah. So they like have like two copies of the papers. They keep one for files, and then they hand the other one to you for, like, you know, official. If Cupcake is ever stolen and you need to, like, show to the authorities that, yes, I am the owner of this snake. You have
That
the
is my
official
goddamn
documentation.
You have the right clown.
Yeah, this clown owns a snake, bitch. Get turned. But yeah. Freya then, like, starts basically putting Cupcake inside their coat so that Cupcake
no.
doesn't get cold. It's like, okay, so we need to get you in the coat so that you're not cold on the walk to the manor.
I think we should probably put Cupcake back in the tank for now.
Send a
Freya?
message in the group chat.
Oh yeah, group chat.
Oh yeah, Spark announces, guys, guess fucking what? In the group chat.
And then you all just hear after that, Freya, we got a snake!
We got a snake.
Snake time!
But yeah, Spark is like, just like, I think we should put the snake, we should put Cupcake back.
I don't think having her in your coat while we're figuring the rest of this out is a good idea.
Okay.
I'm sorry. It's they're just like, oh my god.
Freya's trying their hardest.
So
Yeah,
good.
and they're trying so hard not to be a dick about it, but they're like, Freya, please.
You could probably be me, like, a little bit mean to Freya and they wouldn't know. Anything's,
They would never on purpose. They
anything's
would
better
never on
than the
purpose.
laboratory.
Yeah.
Oh.
They
I
come
don't
from
think
a
Spark
lab.
knows about that either.
No, they don't know anything. Guys,
Yeah.
just assume they don't know.
Assume
we
that
serious-
Spark knows nothing.
We seriously need to make a list of what Spark does and does not know.
The does
But
is very short.
yeah.
They're working on
So
it.
they help Freya put Cupcake back for now. Just like, okay. Snake is safe. And then they ask the shopkeepers when's a good time for them to come by and look at like the electrical part of it.
Yeah. She says, well, I switch shifts with my wife in about 3 hours, so I'll be able to come over then.
Okay, that works for me.
And then I'll be able to help you set everything up.
And Spark gives her a thumbs up.
She smiles and says, all right, we'll see you then.
Yeah, we got a snake, guy.
Let's go.
Snake time.
It fools on you guys. Spark can no longer afford to get the fucking calcium tablet.
Busted all your money on us.
Spent money on Snake.
They spent all the money on Snake. So they should probably up their performing and probably go back to that and have Freya rest.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess they leave the pet store.
Yeah.
And then I feel like they will just gently tell Freya that they don't have to come back with them because they're probably gonna go try and, get that gains until like there's nobody in the marketplace, bro.
Yeah.
Just for the sake of they're gonna need it for affording the tank because that's gonna be probably be more expensive than the adoption fee.
Yeah.
And they don't want Freya paying for that.
Yeah. Freya probably has more money than you realize.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
They've picked up a
Spark,
lot.
again, Spark does not know that. And then
Yeah.
the second thing is they also it's the principle of the thing. They're like, I'm the adult. I shouldn't be making a child.
Freya
pay for
is
this.
older than you. Freya's older.
Spark does not know that.
Yeah.
Spark's stupid, guy.
Freya's like 1,000 years old.
Bro, they really think that Freya's like 5 or 6.
Don't worry, so will we.
Yeah. Everybody thought they were a baby, and then they're like, I am 1,000. You're what? 1,000.
You're... Come again?
A freaky little experiment. But, yeah. Freya goes back to the manor. And, they probably, visit Ophelia. Make sure that he has water. Snuggle. Little heating blanket. But,
Yeah, Spark. Go back to the street and shit.
back
They're
on,
probably gonna change it up.
back on the streets.
Back on the street.
Alright, so, Colleen.
We're back to Angst Town.
We had a bit of silly, and now we're back to sad hours.
Yeah. Oh,
Guys, we
boy.
have a snake. Kane crying.
Yeah, so, like, Kalina, you're just sitting there holding Kane, who's fucking
Yeah.
crying, and you hear... It's so faint, too, because they're in a different,
Yeah.
like, realm. You just hear,
Yeah.
guess fucking what, guys? We got a snake! And it just, like, echoes slightly. It feels very
Yeah.
distant, and it's like, okay.
It's like, I'm sorry, I have other priorities right now.
You're just, like, holding him.
Yeah.
But you're sitting there holding him, and then you hear, like, not like running, but fast walking footsteps.
Yeah.
Heavy footsteps.
Oh no.
Just stomping down the hall, man.
Yeah.
And then,
Adelit,
then Ablet just fucking opens the door, and he's like, what happened?
His brother was upset, and like he didn't even need to hear.
Azuli
anymore,
was
he just
probably
started-
like, Kalina said to come to Kane's room. He's crying. What? He's crying. I don't know what's going on. He's crying. He never cries. He's like crying on your shoulder and
Confused as
shit.
you.
Then
Dear, it's Abelet.
Ebelis just like, what happened?
Kalina, she says, well, I would suggest sitting down first.
And he decides he's going to sit on the desk.
Get it.
Gay behavior.
Gay behavior.
behavior.
Sits on the desk.
And
Can't sit.
Kalina, she sees this and just says, good enough, I guess. And she says, it's about your father. Well, rather, Ophelia, specifically.
Kane, like, sort of removes himself from your shoulder and, like, turns and, like, grabs Ablet's hand. And he looks up at him, and he's, like, all fucking crying
Oh
and
my
snotty.
gosh.
And he just says, he's dying, Abelet. And he's, like, sniffling and shit.
Oh.
And Abelet just, like, you can tell he doesn't really know how to react to this information.
Yeah.
Like, obviously this is, like, really bad news, but at the same time he has very mixed feelings about his father.
Yeah.
Valid. With the
He
whole
hasn't had enough
murdered his
quite
wife
unpacking
thing.
yet.
Yeah. Also, Abelet has, like, mixed feelings about how Cain feels about Zephyrus.
Yeah.
Because Abelet feels like Cain should hate him more. But Cain doesn't hate Zephyrus.
He doesn't have the energy to hate.
So Abelet hates Zephyrus for
For the-
Cain. Weirdos.
Y'all, I think
Yeah.
Spark needs to go in there and give them a therapy session.
They all need therapy.
Literally everyone in this campaign needs therapy.
That's the fucking moral of the
Guys, we need to get
story, is they
so
should have gone to
motivated.
therapy.
Guys, we need to get Spark those goofy big rim glasses and have them just like
So,
become
Steal-
therapists.
Steal
momentarily.
Kalina's glasses.
how did that make you feel?
Yeah, steal Kalina's glasses. Like when she doesn't wear contacts, those are her glasses.
Or Nyoka's.
Or Nyoka's, that works too.
They still both. They put
Yeah.
both of them on.
1, 2.
Beautiful.
And then they occasionally
Good.
switch them. Goofy shit. But
yeah, Kalina, she like just like as Kane says that, she just nods her head and she says, "Yes, he is dying." And chances are, if we don't get him reunited with his body in the Arius tree soon enough, he won't make it to the solstice.
Amulet just sort of has a blank, distant expression. You can tell he's like trying to focus on you, but his eyes are not focused on you at all.
Yeah.
He just has a very stern, tight-lipped expression on his face.
I think Kalina's gonna like pull out a handkerchief for Kane, cause like she could just like see his face. It's just horrible.
Buddy, you're all gross.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you give him the handkerchief and he's like, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, what's Abelet gonna do? What's he gonna do? What's he gonna say?
He just sort of takes a moment to breathe and he says, I'm assuming that there's nothing that can be done outside of what already is being done.
Unfortunately not. I'm making sure that he's eating his meals, staying hydrated, and resting. But even then, his time with his current body is limited.
He just sort of, hums thoughtfully. And,
Hopefully we should be able... But no, you go.
no, nothing, go.
Okay. Hopefully we should be able to reunite his soul with his body before his current body expires. That way he'll retain all of his memories from the past 2,000-ish years.
When you say that, he looks at Kane, and Kane looks up at him, and you can kind of see, like, an understanding of what that means beyond the surface level.
Yeah.
And,
His character profile is on the verge of being deleted.
Yeah.
yeah.
The file's slowly being corrupted.
His character arc, no!
No, not my character.
Not his character development!
Yeah, basically,
my
his
character
entire,
development.
like, all of the, like, progress, I guess, that he made with bettering his relationship with Verbena after what happened and realizing that it wasn't his fault and Verbena, like, forgiving him, that wouldn't have happened for him if he dies, if Ophelia dies. So Zephyrus will kind of still have this wildly guilty conscience if Ophelia dies, and be very yeah, he'll not be okay. He'll want to die. Quite frankly, he will feel guilty and feel as if he should be punished for what happened still, because he would have never come to the realization that it was something beyond his control and something that he could have never prevented.
Oh dear. But yeah. The things.
Yes, the angst.
Uh,
Wah, wah, wah.
yeah, do Abelet and or Kane have any thoughts? Do they do anything? Does Kane need another handkerchief?
Yeah.
Because Kalina definitely has some spares.
But Kane is still holding on to Abelet's hand, and you do notice that Kane sort of like squeezes his hand a bit. And Abelet seems to almost like try to shy away.
Yeah.
The twins have a
understandable.
way of like communicating without saying anything. They just know.
Yeah, they just know.
Twin things.
Yeah. Or even just siblings, to be honest.
Yeah.
Cause like sure, it varies between siblings, but like it's almost like there's like a secret language in between each individual sibling.
Yeah.
Like I have a secret language with my brother that I don't have with my sister,
Mm-hmm.
and vice versa.
Yeah.
Like I know immediately when my brother's plotting something. I know that look. He gets it from my dad. He gets it from my dad.
Mischievous little bastard. But
Yeah, it's the fox gene.
My brain is beginning to shut off. Jesus Christ.
Oh no.
We're not even 2 hours in, guys. Congratulations. I'm dying.
Oh no.
My brain. It's off. I can't think anymore. But, yeah.
But yeah, Kalina, she continues. I understand that this is a lot to take in. I apologize that I had to be the one to deliver this to you.
Abelet
But
just
I want
sort
you
of...
to know, yeah, but I want you to know that we will do everything in our power to make sure that we will get him to his body on time. You have my word. Both of you.
Abelet just sort of nods. And, you hear him say something, in God tongue.
Oh shit,
But-
it's Italian.
Yeah, Italian. I don't know if I want it to be Italian anymore.
It'd be funny though. I mean, Latin would work.
Vibes. Yeah. But he says something very, very quietly, hardly audible, but Kane obviously hears it. you can kind of tell from the tone that Applet is like not happy about something. It's like there's a bit of aggression behind what he says that you can
Yeah.
suss out.
Bruh, Finn!
My
Finn!
god, boy. My god.
Finnegan!
Finnegas. Please.
Finnegas.
Finnegas. But, Kane has an immediate reaction. Like, almost just shock. Like, and then he immediately responds. And, his tone is almost like, it's quite frantic. He's talking a lot quicker than Abelet was. And he like sits up, like fully upright, pretty much immediately.
Oh, so Kalina definitely lets go. Otherwise, she's just dragged along with him.
Yeah.
Just off the ground, just like, what?
And Abelet is just... He responds, but you can tell that, like, he's kind of hesitant to, like, say what he's saying, but he says it. You know, and now they're kind of, like, going back and forth. It seems that Kane is possibly a little bit upset at what Abelet has to say. And you can sort of feel the rising tension between the two of them.
Oh, dear. Like she wants to calm it down, but she doesn't know if she should.
And she doesn't know what's going on between them.
Yeah, she doesn't even know what's going on.
Ben is solving a Rubik's Cube.
It's shaped like a
Have
fucking
been.
triangle!
Bro.
All of these squares make a circle. All of these squares make a circle. Thumbs up. But, yeah. You see that, like, Abelet is still talking, but he's, like, kind of, like, defensively, like, throwing his hands up, and you can kind of get the vibe that he's trying to diffuse the situation, but being shit at it. He's just like, I don't want to talk about this anymore. He's like, I'm not gonna continue this conversation. I don't want to talk about this anymore. And he turns to leave. And Kane says something, but is cut off by Abelet closing the door. And, like, walking out and closing the door in the middle of what he's saying.
Oh, dear. Kalina, she, kind of looks at the door for a second and she looks up and just asks, Kane?
He doesn't say anything, but he is looking towards the door, and you can tell that he's very angry. Yeah, he looks really angry.
And, she kinda, like, tries to slowly guide him to, like, sit down. Not, like, forcefully. Like, you know, just kinda...
He's still sitting down.
Oh, he's still sitting down. I thought but didn't you say he stood up?
No, he sat up.
He
Oh,
sat up.
He sat up more, like,
sat
straight.
up. Oh, okay. And, but yeah, she,
You see as he kind of like tightens his jaw, and you can kind of hear like the leather of his seat sort of crunch a little bit
Oh,
as he like grips the armrest.
yeah.
And then he like very quickly stands up, like pushing the chair back as he stands up. And he just walks towards the door, throws it open, and then slams it. Going after Abelet.
Oh dear.
The first big sibling fight in a millennia. I love sibling fights.
Yeah. Gosh, Kalina wants to like go after him so bad.
Watch from a distance.
I think I know what he said.
It may not
Yeah, like,
be a good idea.
Absurd, at least.
Yeah.
Get the
Be like
tea
Kalina,
about
like she's
that.
just kind of standing there in shock. And she like she's internally debating if she should go up and follow or not. And eventually she does. Not
You-
like, you know, like right next to him.
You also realize that you definitely have to go that way to get back to the manor.
Yeah, so like I might as well.
Yeah. Gonna have
Yeah,
to go
so-
home anyways.
Yeah, so oh, like wait, is that where Abelet's fucking headed?
It's down the hall. So like
Oh!
so right outside of the so like the chamber doors are here, and then like down the hall there's like various things, and like a little bit down the hall is an alcove where the portal is, and Abelet just like went down the hall. So you don't know if he's gone towards the portal or if he's going elsewhere. You just know that he like took off down the hall.
Yeah, she's
Out of the room.
she's gonna be following the footsteps, the angry footsteps.
Yeah, so like
Like, you know, staying a decent ways behind, but
you realize pretty soon that they're kind of like in the main hallway, and it seems that they have stopped somewhere near the portal,
oh boy.
at least to bicker some more.
Yeah. Is it
And-
still in God tongue?
Yes, you can hear them shouting back and forth. But now it seems that Kane is the one who is more like aggressive and angry, and Abelet almost like it's a tone that makes you think he's trying to reason with Kane about something.
Yeah, like, I'm guessing she's like kind of like, you know, there's like a corner behind like the hallway or something, or like, you know, like kind of leads off to it.
Yeah,
I think she's gonna stay behind that corner for a bit.
peeking around a corner. Oh Lord,
I don't
have
even know if
mercy.
she's gonna be peeking around right
Listening.
now, cause like, yeah, she's just listening.
Yeah.
You know, come to think of it, I wouldn't be surprised if this is also reminiscent of when her father was dying.
Yeah, just
'Cause, you
fighting
know,
between various
fighting.
things.
Yeah.
Oh no, the parallels are paralleling.
They're paralleling.
But even though you can't really understand what Kane and Abelet are saying, you definitely like it feels like a familiar sort of argument. Like,
Yeah.
and just by some context clues of few similar words that are in Nagaland
Yeah.
to God
And
Tongue
she can understand.
that you can understand. You pick up on a few things. So like just a few things, like words that are similar. Never, the word never.
Mm-hmm.
The word always. And just trying to think, like specific things.
Yeah, you're good.
Trying not to give you too much, but just enough to fuck with you.
Yeah.
You hear the word why as well.
Ah, okay. Always, never, and why. Now, is she able to piece it together? That's the question.
There's no language check.
Yeah.
So I guess it would be
Like,
intelligence.
I guess it would mostly just. Yeah. I also guess, like, it would kind of.
It would be an intelligence check of some sort.
Yeah, but, like. It would be kind of. Like, since she had. Or, like, her, like, the similar tone. Like, in those fights before, like, when her father was passing away. She may have a bit of an easier time.
Yeah,
Figuring
just
it out.
just
'cause, like,
the vibes.
Like, you know,
Piece
yeah, the
together
vibe. She recognizes those vibes. But yeah, so just general intelligence check?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything special with it? Like advantage, disadvantage, whatever?
Disadvantage. Just because
Disadvantage? Okay.
because you know so little about the language.
Alright. Alright, first one was a 24 total.
Crazy.
Lowest one was a 13.
Alright,
Still pretty good.
Just a quick little it's a question from
Yeah.
Kane. Just a general sort of like rough translation that you're sort of getting from this, and specific emphasis on one word. Why do you hate him so much?
Oh, asked by Kane?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's then followed up by more by Kane, who doesn't even give an opportunity for Abelet to answer. And this is where it includes the never that you heard.
Yeah.
And more emphasis is put on the word you here as well. He says, he never hurt you.
Oh. I can see Caleb laughing. Like it's just like, oh shit. Oh shit. Yeah, I know that face, Caleb. I know that face. Yeah, fuck you too. He doesn't even need to say anything and I understand. Love you. God, I love face cam. But yeah, Kalita, she hears this And it's just like, oh. I mean, she doesn't say anything, but like she's slowly piecing more together.
Yeah. And you can't really see what's going on, but you can kind of see a little bit of a shadow.
Yeah.
And you see
she's
that
looking at the shadows as
yeah.
her guide.
you see that Kane is like up in Ablett's face, like jabbing him with his finger.
Oh.
It's like, he never hurt you. Oh god, my camera just glitched out.
Oh no. You jabbed at the camera that hard, it felt some emotion.
I'm not even close to the camera. Hello. But the final sentence where you recognize the word always. You were always his favorite.
Oh. Yeah, so why do you hate him so much? He never hurt you. You were always his favorite.
Abelet, what he says in response is like so fast and like loose with what he says that you can't understand any of it.
Yeah.
But you see in the shadow that Kane turns away from Abelet and sort of like just he looks exacerbated, and you hear him sort of scoff, and in what he says next, the only thing you recognize is Hoth's name.
Oh.
Because it is spoken plainly. Something, Hoth. And it's Hoth's name that ends the sentence.
I'm gonna fucking tell Hoth.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Ablet's response sounds very cold. And the only word you recognize out of that sentence is truth.
Oh. Okay. Right, so I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Was Cain like quote unquote exiled to the deep realm before or after like Ophelia became a thing?
Before.
Before. Okay. She's slowly piecing it together. It's like, yeah, like Zephyrus had hurt Cain, but like since like he was gone, like when he was kicked out, essentially, like more stuff was going on. Oh shit. Shit, man. Kalina gets kidnapped one time.
And a bunch of things happen. Oh boy.
I got kidnapped one time.
And now here I am listening to the gods argue with each other. Things are happening.
They are happening. But yeah, she's just listening to all this and like again, she's like piecing it together. And like, she's just like, leaned up against that wall, like looking at the shadows. yet she doesn't know if she should even intervene.
Yeah. It's kind of silent between them now, but like it's like a really tense silence, of course.
Yeah.
Kane speaks again, and in his sentence, the words you know for sure that are there are mother and forgiven.
Mother has forgiven him.
Yeah.
You know, the fact that Kalina's able to like piece together a language that like only like close confidants of gods and gods themselves are able to learn is like the more I think about it is honestly really impressive.
Yeah. She knows enough about linguistics to get the gist of it.
Yeah.
I mean, with Spanish and Italian, it's kind of the same because they're
Yeah.
both like, you know, Latin-based, like romanticized languages.
Mhm.
I sometimes hear
Romance
things in,
languages.
yeah, I sometimes hear things in Italy, and it's like, ain't that just Spanish? And then another sentence goes by, it's like, okay, that's
Not
completely different.
Spanish. It's
It'd
not
be like
it.
that.
Yeah. It's
It's not it. It's
yeah.
so close, but it's not it.
Yeah. You know enough of Nagalbay and Kalina to understand very surface level things about Godspeak.
Yeah, like nothing too complex.
Yeah. Yeah, but so pretty much you see like Kane is still not facing Abelet when he says mother has forgiven him, basically. And then he
Yeah.
turns around and like looks directly at him. And because you heard the word multiple times already,
Yeah.
why can't you?
Oh. Ooh.
Drama.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. The drama. But yeah, she's just continuing to listen. Because dang it, she wants to help. But she also knows she shouldn't intervene. Like, she's supposed to be able to fix problems, why can't she fix this one?
Yeah. Abelet responds. It's very, very quiet, so you can't make out like the latter half of what he
Yeah.
says, even though it's very short.
Mm-hmm.
But you do hear why.
Why have you forgiven him, Heart?
Or maybe, why should I?
God, I just want to be therapist right
Either-
now. It's pissing me
Yeah, I'm
off.
kind of thinking, like, maybe, like, why, after all he did to you?
Yeah.
Like,
You're
you know, almost
unsure.
just, like, yeah, something like that. She has multiple theories rotating in her brain.
Just like, what did he say? What did he say? What did he say?
Very
Also, are there, like, any,
microwave.
like, servants or anyone else just...
People are like in the outskirts, in the dark, just like also doing what you're doing.
Yeah. Why can I just imagine Maggie, like
Oh, they're
they
probably
start,
there.
yeah, they
Writing
start to
furiously.
slowly lift up a pen and start to write, but then like someone slaps their wrist.
Stop
It's like,
that.
nuh-uh.
This is private shit.
You write smut, not angst.
Yeah.
once that wasn't Ben's creaky ass chair.
Damn.
Hey,
Wow.
Slay.
killing myself.
Cries.
Please don't.
Please don't.
Also, I would like to believe at some point, Kalina hears very faintly the thing I put in the great brain group chat, which is, did you guys know if you spell applesauce with a B, it'll be Bapplesauce?
I imagine she's like, now's not the time.
She just mutes it in her brain.
Riddle.
You've been muted.
Get muted.
Spark has been muted. That'll happen very often.
Yes, yes, it will.
Yeah. Poor Spark. But,
Yeah.
yeah. You can definitely feel the, like, tenseness rising a little bit between them.
Yeah.
And you're like, they're like, gonna go at it again. Oh no.
Dear.
Kalina, bro, I'd leave. Kalina, get out.
She
No,
can't
they're
exactly leave it
standing
right
in front of the fucking
portal.
door. They're standing in front of the portal.
Bro,
Opposite of the Midwest goodbye.
Yeah.
I can never
Stealth
say
check.
goodbye.
No, like
Stealth
they're
check it,
literally
bro.
right in front of the door. That's the problem.
oh,
They are
dear.
blocking the door.
Yeah. Kane's like fucking hand on the portal. He's just like leaning against it dramatically.
So yeah, she can't exactly leave.
I just imagine, Kalina doing the fucking Dark Souls roll.
Dodge roll.
To die.
Take off all your clothes for a faster roll.
God.
Fear the naked man.
Maggie would definitely write that down.
And
Instead of
Kalina
Kater
rolled
Apple-
by naked. What the fuck?
God.
Instead of Kate or Abelet being upset, they're both like, what the fuck? Hey Eros, can you add that to the commission sheet of things I eventually want
No!
to do? I don't. I would prefer it
Is
fully
it just like a
clothed,
giant
Kalina.
sensor bar? Just like giant sensor bar over Kalina?
No,
Yeah.
it'll be fully clothed, Kalina.
Okay.
Just like doing
The
a
point
fucking
is the
somersault.
expression on their faces.
It's best if you roll. Yeah, but they're currently not talking. They're just waiting for the other to say
Staring
some fuck shit.
ominously.
Oh dear. Like, should she even say something?
I'm gonna say no, but that might just be Tagok talking.
Yeah. Tagok would never say something.
No.
Yeah, she's just sitting there until it's over.
Yeah. She would probably just walk through them.
She'd be like, I'm going. Well,
Bye.
I'm out of here.
Well,
I'm not dealing with your shit, bye.
yeah.
It's valid.
But yeah, Kalina, she does try and take a teensy tiny peek. Like, just ever so slightly peeks around the corner.
You see that, Abelet is almost standing, like, defiantly.
Oh,
Like, he's trying to stand his ground.
okay.
He's being stubborn as fuck. And then,
Yeah, that sounds like him.
and
Yeah.
then Kane is, like, kind of leaned up against the portal and just, like, resting his, head in his hand.
Biblically accurate Cain and Abel.
Killing you.
Not,
Killing you.
not the gun. Not the gun.
Watch me get muted for real.
No.
Father has a gun.
He has
Father
a
has a-
gun.
Father has a knife.
Gun, my
Father
daddy's
has a
got a
knife.
gun. My daddy's got a gun. My daddy's got a gun. Yeah, you better run. Oh shit. He has a knife.
No! Yeah.
A knife!
No!
Yeah.
But yeah, Kalina can't really do anything.
I mean, you can, but it's not in her
You
character.
can, it's just not in character for Kalina.
Yeah, it's really not in character for her. But yeah, she just she ducks her head back out, back behind the corner. It's like, okay, I had my peek.
Yep.
Had my tea for the day.
Yep.
I mean, she's still gonna listen, but
Yeah.
it's not like she can move without getting noticed.
Yeah. You hear Evelyn speak up again, and it's all familiar words that you hear, and he says it clear enough and loud enough that you can, understand it.
Yeah.
He asks Cain, why do you forgive him?
Also, this is just a general question, but can any of the other servants or whatever actually understand what's going on, or are they just in the dark, just oh no, they're screaming again?
They have less of an understanding than you do.
Okay.
There's a small handful that may speak Nagalayan.
But they're not an expert in linguistics.
No, they are not.
Kalina's majors were Arcana and History with a minor in linguistics. Because what is she? A nerd!
Nerd dweeb.
What's going on? What's the hat? What's your major?
What's your major?
But yeah, what happens next? What happens? Are you thinking?
Cain seems almost reluctant to answer. You can kind of just tell by the way his shadow is shifting.
Yeah.
You kind of get the sense that maybe Cain doesn't know why he forgives his father, but he just does.
Yeah.
Maybe he doesn't have the
Maybe
heart
because he just
to
knows.
hate him.
But
That wasn't intentional when I said that, by the way. I realized it after
But
the
it's
fact.
funny.
That was good though. That
But
was
it's
good.
funny.
He doesn't have the heart.
But wait, hold on.
There's a fucking rim shot. We don't have it. There it is.
you're right, I should have done that. I'm so sorry, guys. It was my sworn duty.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
The bard has failed us.
The bard has failed us.
Where was the bard in our time of need?
The bard failed us.
Shady bitch. Anyways. Okay.
Alright,
okay,
let's stop for
okay.
now before
Yeah,
somebody
let's
gets
stop,
overextended.
otherwise we'll go crazy.
But yeah. You kind of get that impression just from Cain's body language.
Yeah.
Yep, sorry, I'm working on it. I'm working
You're
on
good.
it.
It's okay.
I accidentally hit enter far earlier than I was intending to.
Yeah.
So I'm going in and editing.
Yeah. But yeah, no Finn. It was Zephyrus that killed Verbena, not Kane.
Kane did not kill his mom. Mother.
And nor did he kill his brother, like another book might suggest.
Mm. Shit that spark no. Hoth father? Question mark?
Hoth father?
That is all.
Because it
Fuck.
hasn't even technically been proven by
Yeah.
Hoth himself, so Spark is still very. Yeah, words.
Skeptical.
Skeptical?
Thank you.
You're
I was about to say
welcome.
spectacle, and I'm like, that's not the right word.
Words
Close.
are hard. baby.
I'm just a little stupid.
Hell yeah.
But yeah.
Oh my god, the
What
gentle
happened
fade out when
next?
you waved, you faded out to Ben, and that was really funny.
Yeah,
Swag.
what happens? What happens next? No, I dropped my dad.
Oh no. Thomas.
Without any context, that was just. It's like, no, I dropped my dad.
Not the father.
Papa.
Sorry, Dad. I dropped you on the floor.
Yeah. Now he's laying on the cold hard ground. Oh. Trouble.
God, fuck you.
I'm sorry.
You're good.
I had
Yes,
to.
What happens next?
You see that Abelik kind of steps forward to approach Kane. And you hear him saying something, but it's very quiet. Like, barely audible. And
Yeah.
the fact that it's very fucking echoey in here doesn't help the understandability
Yeah.
of what he's saying. But you do see that Abelet approaches Kane and sort of he puts his hand on his shoulder and, like, you know, is saying things that you cannot make out in here. And then he hesitantly pulls Kane into a hug.
Oh.
From what you can see of the shadow, you don't think that Kane is returning the hug.
Oh.
Oh.
He's just sort of like... He's not stiff, he's just sort of like...
Tired.
Yeah. Very limp, very lax. After Abelet pulls away, Kane says something, and his tone is rather cold.
Oh? Kane's tone?
Yes.
Kane speaking?
Mhm.
Oh boy.
Kane's tone is rather cold.
Is she able to, like, understand any of it or nah?
You hear the word "you," of course, thrown around again.
Mm-hmm.
And other than that, it's a little like hazy, but you kind of make like a judgment-based guess on what it could possibly be. You think that he possibly could have said that he doesn't care what Abelet does.
Yeah. Oh boy.
And after saying that, you see that Kane like turns away from Abelet and begins walking away, and towards where you are, and back towards the his chambers.
Oh no. Kalina, she's almost like a deer in the headlights right now. Like she just presses herself up against the wall and like just kind of holds her breath. He's still probably gonna notice her, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh no.
As he like steps sort of around the corner, he doesn't like stop or slow down. He's walking slowly anyways, but
Yeah.
he just very quietly says, "I know you're there. It's okay." And
Kalina like freezes at that.
his voice is like kind of raspy a little bit, cracky.
Yeah, she's just kind of standing there, like as she sees him walk off. Like she's kind of at a loss for what to do. I mean, she's still probably gonna check on him in like a little bit, but
Yeah.
you know.
You do notice that Abelet hasn't like moved away from in front of the portal. Or at least you haven't heard his footsteps move from the area.
Yeah. I think she's going to, you know, just like, you know, metaphorically down some liquid courage and slowly step around the corner to look at him.
Yeah. You see that he had moved from where he was standing, but he's actually up against the wall, and he has like sat down against the wall. He's kind of like, he's got his knees up towards his chest, and he's kind of just like,
Yeah. And yeah, she I mean, you could definitely hear with the clacking of her heels.
mm-hmm.
You know, that's probably how Kane knew she was there. He heard the clicking. He heard the clicking behind him.
Yeah.
It's like, I know those heels anyway.
Click, 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 click. Click, click, click.
Damn it, it's Kalina.
She's gonna hear everything.
Oh dear. But yeah, she steps forward and says, hello.
Abelet sort of raises his head up from it being downwards. And he looks at you, and you can tell that like he had just started crying, but he almost looks angry that he's crying.
Yeah, she pulls out one of many handkerchiefs
Yeah.
and hands it to him.
Yeah. He just quietly takes it.
And she asks, "May I sit here?"
Sure.
And she sits down next to him, on the wall. She doesn't say anything, just kind of offering a presence. If he wants to talk, he'll talk.
Yeah. And he is gonna talk because
He needs to talk to someone.
yeah. He's just gonna fucking dump. But he starts. He just sighs and says, "I just don't understand."
Understand what?
He almost becomes annoyed, not at your question, but just the concept. And he says that after everything, all that we had to go through, after what he did, how he could just so easily forgive him.
Kalina, she is silent for a moment and says, "I wish I had the answer for that, but I will say I don't know if it was exactly easy." I don't think it would have been easy for anyone in your situation.
He looks at you and his expression is hard to read, to say the least.
Yeah.
There's definitely frustration there. And a lot of negative feelings that are not really projected at you in particular.
Yeah.
But he goes on to say he's always been too quick to forgive for everything.
How so?
I'm sure you know about the situation with Miranda.
I don't think I could ever forget.
Well, he was quick to almost forgive her. I don't know how he could. He tried to reason with himself that it was possibly his fault. He wanted to cast the blame on someone other than her.
Oh dear.
He wanted to be anything but a victim.
Something fall?
Should be
No,
fine.
I had to move and I have like 18 billion things on my phone.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Sorry.
You're good. But yeah, Kalina, she sort of sits there, like just kind of thinking. So so recap. I'm just doing this out loud, not in character.
Yeah.
So like, Kane does not want to be like seen as a victim. Doesn't want vulnerability.
Yeah. He doesn't want to be seen as weak, so he doesn't want to accept the fact that he could have possibly like it was just that the person was terrible to him. He tries to like rationalize it as I did something to make them do this to me.
Oh, honey.
Yeah.
Runs in the family.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's just sort of sitting there for a moment, and fuck, what would she say?
That's a good question.
Like, would she ask? Just like, so what were y'all yelling about?
So.
But yeah, maybe like yeah, I think like she says something along the lines of
Yeah, so nice weather we're having, huh?
we're in the deep realm. We don't have weather.
We're having weather.
But yeah, Kalina, she is silent for a moment and just says, "Is that what you two were arguing over?"
Somewhat. I know
I
that
am-
Kane wants me to come with him to see. But I still can't face him.
That is understandable. Of course, I don't know everything, but I've been able to sense that there's a great deal of pain, to say the least.
Thinks that our older brother, well, he thinks that that he poisoned my mind in a way. So.
How so?
Path hides it behind alcohol and a lifelong party, but he harbors a lot of anger, hatred for our father. Most of that comes from the fact that he was the first one there when it happened. And he was the one who pulled Zephyrus off of our mother's corpse.
Kalina definitely remembers that because she saw it in the memory thing.
Yeah, harken back to that.
Yeah.
And it continues, and he says, Path changed after that, he never let any of us near our father. Even though he was still there for many years. Well into our young adult years. We never saw him. Everything that I heard about him came from Hoth. Zephyrus was very angry that, well, he doesn't understand that, he seems to be sort of stuttering over his words and trying to collect his thoughts.
Yeah. She sets a hand on his, I'm guessing his forearm,
Yeah.
because she's sitting down.
Mm-hmm. He seems to sort of collect himself and inhales and says, Cain saw her when it happened. He saw her dead. I never did.
Yeah, Kalina, she doesn't say anything, but she nods. She's just like, should I say something about seeing that memory? Because, like, should she? It's like, oh yeah, by the way, I saw a replay of your mother's final moments.
Yeah. That might be a little too much for him right now.
Yeah, so, hard pass.
Hard pass. But he continues and says, Cain was the only one who ever defied Hoth and tried to see our father. And
Really?
yes. I guess he felt guilty. He somehow got it in his head that it was his fault. Somehow he had caused everything that happened with our father. He thinks everything is his fault.
That sounds a lot like Kalina. Oh no.
Oh no, the parallels
Oh,
are paralleling.
Oh no. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if she felt like her father's sickness was her fault as well.
Yeah.
In some way. Like, because, young minds are impressionable and kind of weird and stupid.
Kids' brains aren't fully able to rationalize everything.
Yeah. But yeah, Kalina, like, it's silent for a moment and then she says, I do think I can somewhat understand that, at least from his point of view, Kane's, I mean, my father had passed away when I was fairly young. It was a sudden sickness that had taken him away. I was very close with him, and I somehow rationalized in my head that it was somehow my fault because perhaps I wasn't doing enough as his firstborn daughter, or I had done something else to make it happen. So I would try to see him often. I was, well, aside from the hospice care and my mother, I was one of his primary caretakers. Wanted to try and make up for it, as it were.
He sort of nods in understanding. He
Also, I
said,
hate to interrupt the moment, but cat!
Gatto. Gatto.
Sorry.
Abelet,
you're
then, says, after Mother's death, Hoth told, well, mostly me, that everything changed after, well, just before we were born. Something seemed to shift. And then it only got worse when we were born. He said that our parents were very close back when it was just him and then Kos and Avina.
I feel like I know why, because I remember lore. It wasn't supposed to be just twins. Also, why is someone revving their engine? Get the fuck away! I'm playing D&D.
Bitch.
Get out of my room! I'm playing Minecraft.
Another bitch. Yeah.
Yeah. Kalina, like you can see the gears turning in her head. Like she wants to say it. She just doesn't know if she should.
Is there ever a good time to tell somebody that there was a third?
Yeah, like I just thought that like they would have known though. Like Cain and Abelet would have known. They don't?
No, they don't.
Oh
None of the children do.
Oh shit. Oh shit. She has to drop more lore on them.
Hey!
But yeah,
Shit's
Kalina,
fucked.
she kind of looks at him and she says, I may have an insight as to why.
He just looks very puzzled at you.
Oh dear, I thought you would have known this. Well, of course you know Cain has domain over both the moon and the stars. Yes?
Yes.
Well... Wait, hold on. Does she, like, know the name of the triplet?
No.
No, okay. She only saw the statue and...
Yeah. The third triplet has only ever been referred to as the Lost Star.
Ah, okay. she says, "Have you ever heard anything about someone called the Lost Star, by any chance?"
I'd heard rumors of a altar of sorts under the city.
Yes.
Never looked into it.
Well, the Lost Star was supposed to be the god of the stars. And they were supposed to have been born along with you and Cain.
You see, like, this just wave of, like, disbelief and sadness just wash over him.
I had to do a bit of digging myself, but it was apparent that after that, the lost child, that Zephyrus and Vabina's relationship was greatly affected. Which comes as no real surprise, as it is quite common. She went a little bit of tism mode there, but then she realized, she's like, oh shit, serious moment. She was about to start info dumping, and just like, wait, shit, not the time, not the time, put the tism back on the shelf.
Back.
Yeah, get back on the shelf.
Yep. But, yeah. You can see him sort of, like, thinking about stuff, things that have happened, how this all connects.
I honestly assumed that you, well, you gods would have known, that you would have been told. But I guess it was just kept a secret. Almost. The fact that Immortal was able to figure this out, and
Yeah.
none of the gods were for the past several, like, tens of thousands of years.
Yeah.
That says something.
They just don't go under the city.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not really, the infrastructure's not really built with the scale of a god in mind.
Yeah, true.
It's very narrow. Can't really fit
Yeah.
down there.
Ew, what does he do?
He's like straight up not knowing what to do right now. Like, you can see that, like, his eyes are sort of like darting around a little bit. Like, it's very faint, but you can see that, like, he's like his eyes are not staying still at all.
Yeah.
Even if just like very slightly, they're like moving.
Yeah, like there's a lot going on in his brain.
Yeah.
Kalina, she can also another question. Do any of the gods know that like Zephyrus might have been under the influence of something else, like an outside force, or nah?
I genuinely can't remember if you guys said anything to the 5.
I mean, they were there to restore the crystal,
Yeah.
so they know about that at least.
Yeah. I feel like it's kind of just mostly Hoth and Ablett not really wanting to accept it because it feels like a cop-out to them.
Gotcha. Yeah.
It feels like it's just a cop-out to excuse Zephyrus
Yeah.
to them.
Yeah. So like they know about like it's like, oh, the outside force, the
Yeah.
chaos thing, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Because we told them.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like Kalina, like, she just, like, mutters a little bit. Why do I have to always drop all of these things onto you? Onto you, Serpent Lords. Maybe she mutters also, I don't get paid enough for this.
You get paid enough for this. You're not getting paid for this.
Yeah, I'm not getting paid for this.
Hopefully Verbena gives you good compensation when she gets her ass back here.
Yeah. It's like, oh, by the way, this is your bonus.
Here's your paycheck.
Here's your paycheck, darling.
Yeah, yeah. But
yeah.
yeah.
What does Abolite do? Does he even hear anything that Kalina says, or are we just going with it?
He's either
Still
elected to ignore it, or he just wasn't paying enough attention.
Yeah.
And he just sort of seems to be really just taking it all in.
Yeah.
Awkward silence.
Kalina also says, I also want to apologize again for bringing all of this information to your attention especially since it's not exactly good. And I understand you have very mixed feelings about your father.
That's to say the least.
Yes, I suppose so.
He then turns to you and he says, has Fabina really forgiven him?
She has. I was honestly surprised myself, really. But she really has. Honestly, it was quite endearing to see. As far as I can tell, Zephyrus has made great strides in the past 2,000 years. I'm not sure what you remember him as exactly, but he is very kind, patient, loving, even. Of course, he's not perfect, but who is?
Yeah. When he speaks next, you can kind of hear that, like, he's got, like, that lump in his throat of, like,
Oh,
about to
yeah.
start crying.
Yeah.
And he says, "That's how I remember him. He was always like that to me, but never to Kane. He was cold and distant. But not me."
Do you feel some guilt over how he treated you versus your brother?
Yes, maybe. I don't know. I pushed down my feelings so much that I haven't thought about it.
Well, now's as good this time as any, is it not?
He kind of like huffs a little bit and looks at you. It's almost a, God, what are you, my therapist? Kind of a,
Yeah. She just has a way with words, man. Words are her specialty. Oh, my back. Ow. I
he,
stretched weird.
yeah. He sort of takes a moment, breathes, and he says, "It was never lost on me, even as a child, that I always resembled my mother more. That Cain always resembled Zephyrus. But you would think that that would mean that maybe he would love Cain just as much. But every time he looked at him, there was always this pity and disgust.
May I say something else? I, of course, haven't heard everything from Zephyrus, but I have been able to piece together that for a long time, from even before any of you or your siblings were around, he did have a great deal of self-loathing, as it were. So, perhaps since Cain looked so much like him, it was almost like looking in a mirror. He wasn't disgusted at Cain, but disgusted at himself.
Violet sort of like grimaces at this.
This is not part of her job description. We're still chilling by the door, right?
Yeah, on the ground, sitting on the floor.
Okay.
Floor time, floor time, floor time.
Floor time.
Abelet just sort of like leans his head back against the wall. He says, very quietly, like not particularly asking you, but just in
Yeah.
general. Why are Kane and I so different from all the others?
How do you mean?
I mean, look at the other three. They all look so different. They have aspects of our parents, but then there's Kane and I. Carbon copies, almost, of each of them.
Helena might be able to relate to the carbon copy bit because Rowan is like a carbon copy look-wise of their dad, and Kalina is a carbon copy of Gwen.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Nick is like a good mix of both. But yeah. Kalina, like, she says, I wish I had an answer for that. But fuck, what would she say? Please help. Please.
I don't know. Somebody else help her. Somebody else give suggestions.
Ah! Jade, please, dialogue master.
Dialogue master, she cometh.
Dialogue master, please. Dialogue master, please. I need help with what Kalita would say.
I don't remember what happened. I just finished my ice cream.
Give her a
It's
recap.
It could be
It's okay.
genetics are funky, and sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Okay.
There was this one time, some twins from I think it was I forgot what producer, but a white parent and a black parent had twins, and the twins were white and black.
Yeah, I know
Not
about
mixed.
that.
Yeah,
They're
They're
genetics are
completely
fucking
separate.
weird.
It was really
Genetics are
fucking weird,
weird.
but genetics is just like that.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah. Yeah, Kalita, like, she does continue. But I do know that genetics are, frankly, quite a lot more complex than people let it off to be.
I mean, it is just a roll of the dice.
Spark in
Oh.
the group chat.
A lot of people. That is so true, but I feel like Spark wouldn't know this.
Yeah.
That's the issue. They're too stupid, but I, the player, know all about genetics.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's the autism.
The autism.
But yeah, Kalina, she continues. I mean, honestly, for a long time, I had a bit of trouble looking at my younger sibling because they looked so much like our father when he was younger after after he passed away, it was a bit hard to look at them sometimes. And even then, I often get mistaken for my mother if we're side by side
Mm.
because I look so similar to her. The only real difference is the height. Like, if you put Gwendolyn on stilts and gave her a long dress and put her side by side next to Kalina, you could not
Yeah.
tell the difference. They're the same picture.
They're the same picture. Yeah.
But yeah.
Genetics.
What
100.
does Abelet do? Why am I moving
Abelet.
around my arms like a fucking car park inflatable tube guy?
Abelet is not very
Because
good at
why not?
conversation. He is not used to people anymore.
Yeah.
4,000 years isolation.
And now he has someone whose literal job is to talk.
Yeah.
Talking to him.
Motherfucker.
Ah!
Yeah. I'm pulling out all the fucking trauma stops here, baby. Everything you
Yay!
can relate to.
This session will be filler, he said. It will be chill, he said.
Yeah,
I'm not mad or anything.
Yeah.
I'm just
that's
like,
funny.
I mean,
That's always how this goes, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nothing ever goes to
You go in
plan.
for one type of session, and then
Mm.
it does not happen.
It does not happen. It never does.
Does not happen.
At all.
It's like reverse psychology or something.
ooh.
Probably.
Yeah. If I say
Oh,
that
my
we're going to
seed
be
is
plot
thinking.
heavy next episode, then it's going to be entirely filler.
Exactly. So if we say that we're going to be filler, we get more plot.
Yes.
Profit.
Great
Donuts.
success.
But yeah, continue.
Yeah. Abelet's not a great conversationalist. He's antisocial
Him
hermit.
and Tigak would get along so well.
Yeah. They just
Except they just sit next to each other at one time, or they fought when they were drunk.
yeah.
Or at least he was drunk. I don't know if she was.
I think they were both a little sloshy. Sloshy and angry.
Both of them
Yeah.
were a little bit sloshed.
Man.
But yeah. Abelet's just kind of like starting to zone out. He's like leaned up against the wall.
Yeah. Kalina, she, like after a bit, she, does continue. Of course, I can't force you or anyone to visit, your father, but I personally do think it would be beneficial. There's a lot of old wounds, and perhaps by visiting they can begin to heal in some ways.
He sighs, and then he sort of like moves to sort of pull himself up, like rocks to, you know,
Yeah.
old man,
Like, hey, here
get
we
yourself
go.
off the floor, motherfucker.
Momentum, help me out here.
And he says, "Well, if Mom can forgive him, then I guess I'm at least willing to give him a chance."
Kalina, she smiles at that and nods. Very well. And she goes to sit up as well.
He extends a hand to help you up. He's
She
gonna be
takes it.
polite.
Yeah.
He yanks
gotta
you
be
off the
respectful, I
floor with like
I gotta be respectful.
ridiculous force.
Yeah. I gotta be respectful. I fucked one of her ancestors.
She also just sat with me and let me talk about things.
Yeah.
I don't
Kalina
talk to
does
people
have
ever.
Kalina does have a Brightwood heart of gold.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
not
it.
technically, but
Yeah.
like the embodiment of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like she like after she stands up and like or more yanked up, she says, "We should probably check on Kane."
Yes. And then, you know, the two of you go back down the hall.
Yeah, let's go. Let's just hope that Kane will actually want to talk to Abelet. Otherwise, I need to get more water because I'll need more dialogue. I mean, like, I understand if, like, you know, Kalina needs to just talk to Kane one-on-one, just like, hey. And he's like, hey. Sobbing.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't do more dialogue, I just need to fucking hydrate.
Hydrate before you die, right?
Before you die straight. Because I am definitely not straight.
Sip, sip, sip. Sip, sip, sip.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll need to step away in a bit to actually get more water because my mug has been empty for a while.
Yeah. So, make your way to the door, and Abelet sort of cracks it open and peeks inside, and you hear him call out Kane's name, and then he says something in God tongue. His tone is like very soft. He's like, "Hey, how you doing?"
Kalina, talk to me.
You know, very much a mom checking in on kid ass
Yeah.
type of tone. Hey,
Yes.
honey, how you doing?
Hey.
It was like slightly awkward.
Yeah. It's like, hey, bro.
But you're just sort of standing outside the door, waiting to see what happens with the two of them. See if you need to like step in and be a mediator or anything.
Yeah.
And you do hear Kane sort of like snap back a little bit.
Oh.
A very, what do you want?
Oh.
Sort of like, you know, he's being a little. He's grumpy.
Yeah, he's grumpy.
He's got an attitude. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But, Abelet sort of keeps that, softer tone. And, you can assume that Abelet, you know, apologizes.
Yeah. Hello?
Ooh. A sibling or somebody. But, yeah. After the apology, Abelet says
Oops.
something, and then you see him sort of gesture towards you. Probably brought Kalina with me.
Yeah. And she like kind of Kalina steps forward a little bit and like, can she see Kane?
Yeah. You peek into the room and you see that Kane is sitting in the pillow pile. The desk
Yeah.
has kind of been like way shoved off to the side.
Yeah.
And he's like sitting in the pillow pile, kind of brooding a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And he has a bottle of some sort of liquor.
Oh, no. But yeah, like, Kalina, she peeks her head in and she says, hi.
His gaze kind of softens and he says, "Hello, Kalina."
How are you feeling?
Honestly, I've been better.
I can definitely see that. As she kind of gestures to the bottle of liquor.
Yeah. Abelet, like, takes a step into the room and, decides he's gonna be a little cheeky, and he says, "Oh, come on now. You're not Hoth." And, Kane just
Kalina,
rolls
she
his
definitely
eyes.
laughs a bit.
Kane just rolls his eyes dramatically. He's like, oh, you. Making jokes at a time like this.
Kalina, like, she sees, like, that side of Kane come out. She's like, there he is. Like, there's that sass.
And he decides he's going to be a little more cheeky as well. And he says, "So, Kalina, did you finally make Abelet see reason?"
Kalina, she kind of looks up at Abelet and just says, perhaps.
Abelet just kind of flicks his tongue. He's like, bastard. But Abelet goes over to the pile and sort of like flops down next to Kane.
Yeah. Like, hey, bro, I'm joining you.
It's like, I know you're mad at me. Get over here, bitch.
Aww.
You can tell that he's definitely drank quite a bit of the bottle already and is definitely feeling it. He's about a third of the way done through the bottle, and it's a big bottle.
Oh no.
Like, you can see that he sort of sways a little bit when Abelet sits down, and his snakes in his hair are kind of
Oh, they're wobbly too.
trying to focus on things, but not too greatly.
No. Kalina, she does like see the bottle and she says, how much did you already drink? Goodness.
He holds it up and looks at it and he says, "A bit."
That is definitely a bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And she walks over and just says, I will set this on the desk over there. And she like gently like takes it from him and goes to set it on the desk.
Yeah, he sort of like grumbles a little bit, but he doesn't fight it.
Kalena's just like, yes, grumble all you want. You're going to regret it if you have more. Yeah. Just responding to his grumble. She's like, yeah. I know.
I know. Get over it. But
Oh, what's he gonna do?
no,
I know that laugh.
I'm just laughing because I said, but and then I went.
Oh, heh.
I'm
but-
stupid. But yeah.
But
It's that.
yeah.
I'm the slowest. The slow.
Hey.
Fuck you.
No,
Eat
thank you.
Shit.
Oh my god. But yes.
Yeah. I did. Why is it whenever I want to go say something I don't want to? Agony. Abelet puts his arm around Kane and says, "If you want to go visit Father, I will join you. I don't feel comfortable enough to go on my own, but if you go, I will as well."
Yeah.
He's making progress. He is showing support while also showing a boundary.
Yeah. Progress.
Therapy progress with gods.
Whoa. What is that? What is someone watching a video?
No.
Coming from Finn's end, but
Finn?
we hear something, my boy.
Oh, I think it's the plip-plopping of the rain.
No, it's like an actual video that we hear.
Interesting.
Huh.
What?
Unless the rain sounds
We were
like
hearing like a
dialogue now.
faint voice in the
There shouldn't
background.
be.
Ghosts.
Like, are you watching a video or something?
I was listening to Spotify, but it's through my headphones.
Damn, Spotify ads
Must've
be
Damn it picked
loud
up.
as fuck. Anyways,
Sorry.
Spotify ad.
you're good.
No, you're
It's
good.
Spotify's fault. Fuck Spotify. Do you have your hand raised for the class?
Yes, because I'm just wondering, within the world of which you've created,
Yes.
do you, firstly, do you have, or is there like some sort of warlock guild of sorts?
I imagine that there would be, yes.
Okay. And do you think there would be an office of sorts which would be in town?
On Ceruleus? No.
Okay.
That would be more reserved for larger metropolitan cities.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. But, yeah. So, yeah. Abelet is being a good boy.
Yeah. Nicolita's just looking on happily. It's like, there we go.
Some fucking therapy.
Yay! Talking is her specialty.
So Kalina, you
Yeah.
hear in you hear in the group chat,
Yeah.
you hear Freya. I'm gonna type it first.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no!
Is he molting? Freya says in the group chat,
Is that even a thing he can do?
"Why are Ophelia's feathers falling out? Is he molting?"
Kalita, she says, you could say that.
Oh. Okay.
Simple as
Kalina,
that.
you hear Sparks' distant yelling in the group chat.
Ah! Shit.
And then followed by a very loud, "Why did nobody tell me?"
I'm just imagining Kalita's thinking face.
Yeah.
Just as this happened.
There's also just like a very, very faint Freya voice. Not really intended to be to the group chat, but it ends up there anyways because they didn't like
Yeah.
mentally disconnect from that link.
Oh,
And it's just like, he was already really white before. But damn.
Damn.
Kalita, she tries so
Freya
hard to like
throwing
hold back.
hands.
Kalita, she's trying so hard to like hold back a snicker. But I feel like some little noise like comes out of her mouth.
Kane and Abelet look over to you and they're like, what's so funny?
Oh, it's nothing. Recently at the Archdruid's Gilly's island, well, long story short, we have telepathic abilities now. And sometimes we can hear things that the others say, and Freya had said something funny.
Kane kind of flicks his tongue and says, "That tracks. Gilly is a weird motherfucker." And he kind of like
That is a very true
squints.
statement. He was very much a weird motherfucker.
Yeah, Kalina, like she
Mother
just was like, well, you know what? Yes, he was. He really was. We got launched off a cliff into a lake. Then we're on
But
the
we
bottom
were
of a
upside
lake.
down.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
exhausting.
I can
It
imagine.
was frankly awful.
My condolences for having to put up with that. I hope the rewards were at least somewhat worth it.
Yes, well,
Uh,
the telepathy is definitely useful.
it was worth it to Spark and Spark only.
Even though Spark got the brunt of the fuck shit by passing out.
And Kalina, she just like says, though it can be somewhat annoying because, as far as I'm aware, I can't exactly turn that off. No, she didn't say it in chat. She didn't. She's talking out loud.
I heard that, Kalina. Sometimes Spark will just say
remember
that. Sometimes Spark will just say, I heard that, Kalina. Even though they
Just to
heard
fuck with
nothing.
her.
Oh my god.
Besides calcium.
Calcium.
Calcium. Very loud and echoes. I don't need a calcium.
Kalina, like, she. At some point, she's able to just turn it off.
They're talking about groceries.
And just. Yeah, like, she turns it off and she just sighs, like, pinching the bridge of her nose. Oh dear. Now that they're going off about groceries. Great. Does that pillow pile have room for a third?
Yes.
And she goes over and just flops next to Kane in the pillow pile.
Yeah. And, you decided to take a little nap. A little
Yay,
nippy
I
nap.
can get a short rest.
Get a short rest. But you needed it, but a short rest.
Yeah.
Nevertheless.
It's still a short rest.
Yeah.
Kalina's so exhausted about trying to keep all these fuckers alive.
Yeah. But, with that, I'm actually going to end tonight's session.
Yeah.
Woo.
Woo.
Anyways, good night, everybody. We will, hopefully see you next week. Will everybody be available
Yeah.
next week, or is it too close to the Crimbus?
I
I
should
know,
be
I
available.
I know,
will
I'm
be available because I will be home at that point.
Okay.
Oh shit, we're gonna get Martha'd by then.
Martha.
Yeah.
Martha.
Martha.
We're
Gonna
gonna
get
get
Martha'd in, like,
Martha'd.
I'll be home. I'll be heading home Thursday, so
Yeah.
God,
Thursday
we
night y'all are
are
gonna get Martha'd.
Oh shit, we're gonna get
shit.
Martha'd.
Gonna get Martha'd.
Oh man,
Anyways,
fucking love Martha.
good night, everybody. We will see you all next week.
Night, folks.
Good night.